unforgettable 920.
The Oregon School Activities Association welcomes you to this broadcast of an OSAA U.S. Bank Les Schwab Tires State Championship event. U.S. Bank is proud to celebrate its 27th year of supporting OSAA state championships. Les Schwab Tires celebrating more than 55 years of pride in performance. Now enjoy the greatest sporting event around, a high school state championship.
The following sports broadcast is an exclusive presentation of the unforgettable 920 KSHO. Bulldogs basketball is on the air. Tonight's West Albany game is brought to you by Economy Supply Building Center, City and Suburban Electric, Albany Grocery Outlet, Mark Thomas Motors, Courtesy Corner Shell, H&R Block, Stavros Auto Services, Willamette Community Bank, Lassen RV, J&J Electric, Les Schwab Tires of Albany, Lynn Lanes, Brass Plumbing, Crabtree Automotive, Power Honda, Figaro's, Albany Athletic Club, Linco Federal Credit Union, Burgerville, Now Builders, Wilson Motors, and by Lynn Benton Tractor. Now get ready for Bulldogs basketball. With all the action, here are Radio Ryan and Wally Ordeman live on 920 KSHO.
And good morning to you from Eugene, where though the pain still lingers in the air from last night's close defeat to Jefferson, we are reminded that in sports one must have a short memory. About 12 hours after we signed off last night, we are back on the floor here at Matthew Knight Arena, getting set for a consolation semifinal. Milwaukee and West Albany this morning here on KSHO. Welcome back here to Eugene and Matthew Knight Arena. Ryan Pitts, Wally Ordeman, and Jeff Kiter along here with you this morning. Wally, it's a very quick turnaround for West. Not a lot of time to dwell on what happened last night. 55-52, Jefferson wound up winning in the quarterfinals, a game that was there in the final minute. We don't need to dwell on what happened with the result. West needs to forget about it, come out. They're taking on a very good team here today.
Yeah, Milwaukee's going to bring it, and both these teams are disappointed after yesterday's losses, but this is how you test the character of your team. How are you going to rebound from that? The Bulldogs had a few hours less rest than Milwaukee did, having played the late game last night. But they've got to rebound now. They don't want their season to end right here. They want their last game to be on Saturday. The good effort here early in this game will go a long way toward making that happen.
Milwaukee, a loser in the semi or the quarterfinal prior to West Albany's last night, 55-47 to Silverton. A game in which they really seemed a little out of sorts offensively. A lot of perimeter play, not a lot of getting the ball to the basket. They did not shoot well, and as a result went down by 8 points to Silverton. One player we know to watch for Milwaukee, the player who's walking in front of us right now, is a transfer. He came here from Benson High School, Jazz Johnson. He's only a sophomore, 5'11", and built like a bowling ball, but has a lot of talent.
Yeah, he really does. And they've got two players, Johnson and Stone, that are going to do the lion's share, do a lot of the heavy lifting for this Milwaukee team. They don't have a very creative offense. They want to get the ball into those two players' hands, let them dribble drive, and try and break somebody down off the dribble. It's going to be interesting to see how they can do against this very solid West Albany defense. West holding Jefferson to 55 points last night, Jefferson averaging 75 on the season per game.
There was the free throws last night. There was a little bit of the undoing for West. 9 of 17 at the foul line and a 3-point loss. Bulldogs had the lead with 1:08 to play, but Jefferson had the answers down the stretch and wound up winning 55-52. We are meeting the starting lineups here at Matthew Knight Arena. We're just going to go straight into the game. As is the case sometimes with this stacked format here in the state tournament, there's not a lot of time between games, and as we come in here to set the gear up, replacing the team that was here before us, not a lot of time for the turnover. By the time we get connected, there's about a minute on the game clock. We're just about set here for tip-off, so we're going to stay here. But it is kind of an interesting story with Milwaukee. Jazz Johnson, the sophomore, he was with Benson last year. I don't really know how to describe him. He's an odd build. He reminds me of Vinny Johnson, the microwave from the Pistons. Shorter, stout, and not a guy who really likes to take the ball to the basket a whole lot, but he can when it's needed.
Yeah, he can. He tries to break down off the dribble, but his game is to try and break you down, get you leaning backwards, and then elevate for the jump shot. That's what he wants to do. He's got size underneath that he can dish to with 6'9", Henry Morris, the senior center.
We are ready to go. Nate Sherwood in center circle with Henry Morris. Bulldogs in their home whites. Milwaukee, their traveling blacks. And it's the Mustangs of Milwaukee who win the tip and control with Trayshawn Stone into front court for Jazz Johnson. Working now on the rim here down to our left as we get it started. Tyler Spencer to the top for Henry Morris. Around to the left for Trayshawn Stone, and now straight ahead for Jazz Johnson, guarded by Sawyer Reed. Around to Morris, screen, feeds Morris at the foul line, backing it on Schlegel, kicks it out to Stone. Stone just inside the foul line, out for Tyler Spencer. One step inside the arc, his pass tipped and stolen by Nate Sherwood. Up to Sawyer Reed, and the Bulldogs move. Reed coming left to right, feeds Chad Sherwood out on the right wing. Bounced inside for Schlegel on the right blocks. Backing it on Morris, spinning his way to the rim, puts it up short with the left hand, rebounded by Morris. Jazz Johnson, outlet to C.J. Hubbard up ahead. Into paint, Hubbard will stop, kick it out to Jazz Johnson on the wing, won't take the three. Jalen Schlegel with a good closeout, now right corner for Spencer. Foul line extended, he comes out to Stone. Stone will trigger up a deep three and hit it. There's the first bucket of the game, a three for Trayshawn Stone.
Bulldogs doing a good job with their rotation on defense. Stone just got loose, able to drain the three.
Jalen Schlegel looking to go coast to coast on Morris, now kicks it out to Brandon Dixon. Here's a change in the starting lineup from last night. Brandon Dixon in, Josh Bryant out. Sawyer Reed, Chad Sherwood, Nate Sherwood, Jalen Schlegel, the other four. As Nate goes in, gets bodied and fouled as he goes up. 2 free throws coming for Nate Sherwood. Nate was tremendous down the stretch last night. 16 points. Hit the three that put West Albany ahead 50-48 with 1:08 left.
Yeah, you can tell what the Bulldogs want to do, and it's the right thing to do. Brandon Dixon passing up the wide open three on the far side, rotates the ball around. They do get it into Nate, who draws the foul. Got to play off your bigs.
3-0 Milwaukee, 6:46 to go in the first quarter. And Nate Sherwood at the line for 2 free throws. First one up and short. No good for Nate. Lone junior in the starting lineup for West, surrounded by 4 seniors. Again, Brandon Dixon in the lineup tonight. West went a little bigger last night. Try and cope with the size of Jefferson as Josh Bryant was in the lineup. Brandon Dixon back in here today. Nate Sherwood hits the second free throw. 3-1 Milwaukee. With 1:15 gone by here in the opening quarter. Jazz Johnson works the point. Comes up ahead for Hubbard. Hubbard around a screen from Morris, comes out to Trayshawn Stone with Brandon Dixon in the defensive crouch. Stone around another Morris screen, right again for Hubbard on the wing, down inside for Stone, who lays it in with the left hand. Able to get inside, Trayshawn Stone has all 5 for Milwaukee. The Mustangs an early 4-point lead.
Brandon Dixon got caught around the screen, ended up chasing the play.
Milwaukee with full court pressure. Bulldogs beat it. Chad Sherwood open right corner three. That is short. Rebound out of bounds. Last touched by Milwaukee. It'll stay with the Bulldogs.
Chad with a good look at the three, got himself square, just not able to get it drop, and the Bulldogs get the tip off of Milwaukee, ball underneath their own hoop.
Sawyer Reed lobs the inbound for Jalen Schlegel. Right elbow, Jalen now backing it out to the perimeter, skips it left for Reed, way out in the wing. Clearing some spaces, he's guarded by Jazz Johnson. Gets to Chad Sherwood. Trayshawn Stone, the defensive assignment, straight aside for Dixon. Now back to Sherwood, down low, Schlegel left to the key. Jalen backing in on Morris, backing his way down, goes to the hook that is around and in. And the first field goal of the morning for West. Jalen Schlegel with a right-hand hook, 5-3 Milwaukee. Jazz Johnson quickly in front court, working on the right side, trying to cross over on Reed, comes to the top of the key, crossing over to the left hand, good D by Reed. Johnson gets rid of it to Stone, and Stone off to the right for Spencer. Spencer now to Henry Morris, right elbow, backing in on Jalen Schlegel, spinning, tough fadeaway shot, way long, and tipped out of bounds by West Albany. It'll stay with Milwaukee.
Sawyer Reed in good position to get that rebound, had his weight going backwards, not able to get both hands on it, tips it out of bounds.
Tyler Spencer to inbound it. Spencer, long player, 6'4", junior, but very long wingspan as Jazz Johnson is bumped up top, and a cheap foul coming on Nate Sherwood. First foul on the Bulldogs. Comes with 5:25 to go here in the opening quarter. 5-3 Milwaukee.
Yeah, ref hadn't blown his whistle yet in this game, I think. Nate just trying to keep the man from getting to the paint. Doing a good job keeping him out of zero.
Hubbard to Stone to Johnson on the inbound. Left wing, little isolation plays. Johnson gets inside, scoops it up short. Spencer keeps it alive on the tip out for Morris. Back to Spencer, left corner. He's going to launch a three. Front rim and off. Long rebound. Loose to Stone. Stone crashes in, goes up, under, lays it up. No, but a foul. And Milwaukee able to get to the offensive boards a couple of times, keeping the possession alive, and it'll be free throws here for Trayshawn Stone.
Yeah, Bulldogs in great position to get that defensive rebound, but the ball tipped out nicely by Milwaukee. Nobody out there from West to get it. Extra possession results in free throws here for Milwaukee.
Stone, a 6'1" junior with the fluorescent shoes. Bright highlighter yellow as he hits the first free throw. This will be a busy day for us on the KSHO Network. We're here this morning, of course, for West. At 1:30 this afternoon, the Lebanon girls will play on KGAL against Springfield. Radio Ray Scott Landgren with the call there. And then tonight at 8:15, we'll be back for the West Albany girls as they take on Corvallis. So 3 games for you on the Eads Broadcasting Network here today. Both free throws good for Stone. 7-3 Milwaukee. 5 minutes to go opening quarter. Chad Sherwood catches on the left wing, drives all the way to the rim, finger rolls it up too strong. Brandon Dixon chasing the long rebound. To Sherwood. Nate, that is, and now in the right corner for Chad. Inside for Jalen. Got a step, goes around Morris, got pushed and fouled. A very late whistle will send Jalen Schlegel to the line for 2.
Very late whistle. We had Coach Zimmerman in our ear here. I didn't even hear the whistle.
Begging for that foul call. It would have been egregious if it had gone uncalled, but they do get it, and Jalen Schlegel will be at the line for 2.
Jalen's so good at positioning himself down at the low block. That time had his man pinned on his hip. Nice pass over the top. Just not able to get the shot to fall. Chance at the line for 2.
Jalen setting. Waiting and releasing and hitting the first free throw. Cody LaHoda will check in, his first appearance of the state tournament, as Brandon Dixon will check out. It was Jalen Schlegel's energy early in the third quarter last night that really seemed to provide the impetus for West Albany to make that comeback. Down as many as 9 to Jefferson, down 7 at the half, but Jalen came out possessed in the third quarter. As West was able to get back in it, he hits both free throws here. Back to a 2-point Milwaukee lead, 7-5 with 4:47 to go in the opening quarter. Jazz Johnson at the point for Milwaukee again, guarded by Reed. Pulls up from the left elbow for the jumper. No good. Rebound Jalen Schlegel. Johnson had a miserable shooting night yesterday. As Jalen hits the cutting Nate Sherwood to the rim. Layup, no, but a foul, and Nate will go back to the line for 2.
Probably about, what would you say, about 400 people in this arena right now, and 399 of them can't believe that they just watched 6'8 Jalen Schlegel lead the break down the floor after getting the rebound. Almost going coast to coast, but the nice dish to Nate. Nate goes to the line here for 2.
Not quite the energy that there was here last night. The West Albany students traveled beautifully last night. Nate hits the first free throw. A lot of fans made the trip down I-5, and it was loud. Great atmosphere for what was a great game, by far the best of the 4 quarterfinals. Just didn't go our way. Nate, second free throw for the tie, on its way and good. 7-7, 4:34 to go, opening quarter. Trayshawn Stone handles the inbound, will come up uncontested. Cody LaHoda waiting to meet him at midcourt as Stone fires up the right side for Spencer. Spencer into the middle for Morris. Morris backing down on Jalen Schlegel, had it stripped and stolen by Sawyer Reed. Bulldogs with momentary numbers as Reed hits the cutting Nate Sherwood. His shot blocked from behind, and another foul coming on Hubbard. Back to the line will go Nate Sherwood for 2 more.
Yeah, going to be the 4th team foul on Milwaukee. Sawyer Reed doing a very patient job bringing the ball up the floor on the fast break. Waited for Nate to get off to his right. Was watching for him, hoping maybe he would have a lane to maybe go throw one down there. Nate draws the foul. Cody LaHoda with the new haircut, the fresh haircut.
Yeah, a little buzz cut look for Cody. Nate's first free throw, good. Kendrick Bourne will check in for Milwaukee. Josh Bryant for West Albany. Nate Sherwood, 1 more free throw as Chad Sherwood that took a seat. So it's Reed, Bryant, LaHoda, Nate Sherwood, Schlegel on the floor for West. Second free throw from Nate, also good. And the Bulldogs doing a good job at the line here in the opening quarter. They've taken the lead, 9-7 with 4:12 to play. Jazz Johnson goes right side for Stone. And Stone comes back to Bourne. Bourne off to Johnson again, working the perimeter, much like Milwaukee did all of last night against Silverton. So much of their offense perimeter-oriented as LaHoda tips the pass away, chasing it down in backcourt, and hitting the floor. They'll say loose out of bounds to Milwaukee. Good hustle by LaHoda, chasing it down with Kendrick Bourne, and LaHoda was the last to touch it.
Easily could have been a foul call on that as LaHoda had the inside position. Looked like the Milwaukee player went through him. The ball last touch by LaHoda and bringing it the other way.
I thought Bourne got away with a little bit of a push. On the drive, it's Stone all the way to the rim for a layup that curls in. And Trayshawn Stone, one-man wrecking crew here for Milwaukee. All 9 of their points. We're tied at 9 with 3:37 to go in the first quarter. Reed front court. Nate Sherwood, a 3 on the way that's long. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Milwaukee, they will say. Wow, and that's a break. Looked like LaHoda was the last to touch it.
Caught one there.
Chad Sherwood returns. Cody LaHoda departs. And it will be Chad to inbound on the baseline. Down on the far side of the gym from us, sitting courtside here at Matthew Knight Arena. Sherwood's inbound comes long up top for Reed, who chases it down near midcourt, guarded by Jazz Johnson. Reed pushes right towards the sideline, got around Johnson for a moment, now comes back out to Sherwood on the wing. Chad straight ahead, Reed around a Schlegel screen, working left, now gets a Nate Sherwood screen. Gets it back to Nate right up top, feeding Chad. Chad pushing right, bounces it in for Schlegel, doubled down low. Jalen backs in on Morris. Series of fakes, goes up, can't hit. And on the rebound, a whistle and a foul coming on Milwaukee. Fouls piling up on the Mustangs. They're fifth here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, 5 team fouls on Milwaukee, and it's that trying to defend the Bulldogs big, 6'8", 6'8", 6'6", and it's a tall task for any team to try and guard. The Bulldogs doing a good job pounding it inside, drawing those fouls.
Chad Sherwood ready to inbound. We're tied at 9 with 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Feeding Sawyer Reed on the left wing. Reed quickly into Jalen. Open down low, puts it off the window. Too strong. Tipped up by Chad. Can't get it. Goes up again and puts that one in. Chad Sherwood quick off his feet with a second offensive rebound. The Bulldogs lead by 2.
Yeah, tried to get the tip, but had the presence of mind when that didn't go. Bring it around. Had his back to the basket. Nice turnaround.
Stone with a dangerous pass, nearly stolen by Nate Sherwood as he goes out of bounds on the far side. Out of bounds it will go to Milwaukee. Brandon Dixon will return. Nate Sherwood will check out. A little bit looser on the rotation here this morning than we saw last night. The Bulldogs only went 2 deep.
Well, smart, because you have to rebound quickly to come back, play this morning game. You've got to have some fresh legs and fresh lungs on this court at all times.
Trayshawn Stone beating Aubrey Dashel Lloyd just in for Milwaukee. Now Kendrick Bourne down low for Morris. Knocked away. Morris got it back to Dashel Lloyd. Now to Johnson. In the middle, Bourne curling to the rim. Got away with a travel. Morris to the floor to save it. Ball still loose. Bourne pulls it down. Goes through traffic. Puts it off the window and in. Out of the scrum, Kendrick Bourne with the layup. We're tied at 11. Reed up ahead to Chad Sherwood. Quickly in for Jalen Schlegel on the blocks. Backing in again on Morris. Doubled. Feeds Sawyer Reed. Open jumper left elbow. No good. Rebound tipped by Jalen. Kept alive to Chad. To the foul line, Sherwood, a little floating jumper around and in at the friendly bounce for Chad Sherwood.
Boy, that's a tough shot to get to go. He's drifting left and shooting right.
Jazz Johnson coast to coast lost the handle. Last touch by West out of bounds. So Milwaukee will keep it. Nate Sherwood will check in for West. Again, rapid fire substitutions for the Bulldogs. Jalen Schlegel will depart. 13-11, West Albany. 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Dashel Lloyd looks to play it in. Comes way up top for Stone. Open for a moment. Now will step into a 3. Short. Rebound, Josh Bryant. Up to Sawyer Reed. And the Bulldogs with a 2-point lead looking to expand it. Reed around a soft screen up top from Bryant. Down low, Nate Sherwood. Right of the lane. Fadeaway jumper. Around and off. No good. And a rebound into the hands of Kendrick Bourne for Milwaukee. Jalen Schlegel going to check right back in. Walking passes to the scorer's table. As Stone to Jazz Johnson, in rhythm for 3, around and out, no good. Rebound, Nate Sherwood had it poked away, looking for a foul. It works to Chad Sherwood, and there is a reach as Kendrick Bourne gets it. It's such a unique vantage point being right down here on the floor with the coaches. You can hear every word with it being a little quieter, begging for the foul calls. They wanted to reach initially on Morris, didn't get that, but they do get the second one on Bourne. 16 fouls on Milwaukee.
Reminiscent of when we're at Woodburn and right down there on the floor, and it's a great vantage point here as we get Coach Zimmerman back and forth in front of us. I'm sure our listening audience can pick up bits and pieces of Zim.
I understand this new system that we're using picks up more ambient noise, so you probably will be able to hear that in the background. There's Chad Sherwood, left of the lane for Nate, back out to Chad. In for Jalen Schlegel at the foul line, backdoor for Reed, knocked away. Reed chases it down in the corner with 1:13 to go in the opening quarter. West Albany leading 13-11. Chad Sherwood angling right, backing down on Stone, gets around and puts it up. Too strong. Rebound kept alive by Nate Wright to Chad, who lays it in with the left hand and a friendly roll for West Albany.
Got the fortunate bounce. Chad with the bucket.
15-11. Bulldogs, their biggest lead is 4 with under a minute here in the first quarter. Trayshawn Stone out near midcourt. Works right for Dashel Lloyd. Now out to Richard Ramsey Jr., who just checked in for Milwaukee. To Dashel Lloyd, again to the corner for Stone. Got the step, got inside, dishes it for Ramsey, who puts it in.
Yeah, they had the Bulldogs spread out way too far on that. Nobody able to rotate over.
That was a good attack. Ramsey gets the bucket, 15-13 West. Brandon Dixon to Chad Sherwood up top. Ramsey swiping at the ball. Very aggressive with the hand checking. As Reed now straight ahead with 20 seconds in the quarter. Bounces it right of the key for Nate. Inside for Schlegel. Working his way to the rim. Finger roll. Too strong. Tipped it up again. Didn't get it. Morris pulls a rebound for Milwaukee with 11 seconds in the quarter. Stone hustling to the top of the key on a little stutter step. Inside. Floating jumper short, but a foul coming. A blocking foul on Chad Sherwood that will send Trayshawn Stone to the line for 2.
Yeah, I think that's good. Is that Chad's second foul? I believe that it is.
Yes, it is. Number 2 on Chad. It's Jesse Berkey is going to come into the lineup. Coach Zimmerman wanted an explanation as Chad Sherwood was sitting there waiting for the charge. Really thought he was set. But a tough break as it puts 2 fouls on the senior wing, Chad Sherwood. And puts Trayshawn Stone at the line for 2.
Chance to tie this game. Bulldogs up 15-13. 6.2 to go here in the first.
Trayshawn Stone having a big first quarter. Ready for his first free throw on its way, and good. For any occasion, you can enjoy a complete, affordable family dining experience at Cascade Grill. That's on Knox Butte Road in Albany, Cascade Grill. And a thanks again to all of our sponsors all season long making these broadcasts possible. A couple additional ones here in the postseason that we'll get to throughout the morning. Trayshawn Stone, second free throw for the tie. Good again. 15-15. 6.2 to go in the opening quarter. Ben Engel will check in for the first time for West Albany. Jesse Berkey has come on the floor as Engel replaces Reed. So you got Nate Sherwood, Jalen Schlegel, Ben Engel, Brandon Dixon, Jesse Berkey here for the final 6.2 of the opening quarter. Nate Sherwood inbounding against full court pressure. Bounces it to Schlegel in backcourt with 5. Jalen behind the back at midcourt with 3. Looking to go all the way into the rim and gets fouled with 0.4 on the clock. Jalen going coast to coast. Those long strides get him to the rim, and he'll shoot 2.
Going to be the 6th team foul on Milwaukee, too, so going to be the bonus the rest of the way all throughout the second quarter. Jalen, how about those long legs? You got 4 seconds left. Travel the length of the floor, get to the rim. Doesn't get the shot to go, but at the line for 2.
If that's anybody else on the floor, save for maybe Nate Sherwood, they're stopped at midcourt as the horn sounds, but Jalen got his way to the rim. And a free throw up and good. Despite the movements from the Milwaukee students. 1 row deep in the bleachers behind Jalen.
Yeah, all 15 of them.
Well, it's about what West has. Neither team traveling as well this morning for the early games. Jalen's second free throw out, no good. Rebound Ramsey as the horn sounds, but West will claim a 1-point lead at the end of the first quarter here in the consolation semifinals of the U.S. Bank Les Schwab Tires 5A OSAA State Championships. Bulldogs 16, Mustangs 15. We'll come back at KSHO.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
Need some electrical work in your home or business, but it just seems like too small of a job to call the pros? No matter what the job, call City and Suburban Electric. Proud to be a contributing member of our community. City and Suburban Electric. Call 451-5609.
America's best music and the news you need. This is 920 KSHO, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
As we start the second quarter, whether you're buying a car, consolidating bills, or paying for one of life's unexpected surprises, U.S. Bank has great rates on loans and lines of credit tailored to meet your needs. Stop in and see what U.S. Bank has to offer. U.S. Bank, all of us serving you, member FDIC. And our thanks again to Mitch Benedict of U.S. Bank for his continuing sponsorship of West Albany athletics, boys and girls, as the Bulldogs making the state tournament here in Eugene. Mitch Benedict, responsible for a couple of branches of U.S. Bank in Corvallis and Albany. Stop in, say hello. Thanks again to Mitch.
Ryan, just a couple of things as they handed us the stats here. A couple of things to point out. Jalen Schlegel 1 for 6 from the field. Nate Sherwood 0 for 2. Not good stats, but they're getting looks inside.
And the Bulldogs leading by a point as we start the second quarter. West with possession. Jalen Schlegel spinning his way to the rim, goes to the reverse, can't hit but got fouled. And the Bulldogs getting to the line very, very often here in the first half. Jalen's going to shoot 2 more. Jalen went 1 of 2 with 0.4 of a second to go in the first quarter, and 6 seconds into the second quarter, he's back at the line for 2 more. Team foul number 8 on Milwaukee. As Jalen ready for the first free throw. On its way, and too strong, no good. Even though obviously West Albany wanted to win last night, there was that little bit of a safety net knowing that even if you lost, you'd get one more game. The urgency now is here for all these seniors for West Albany.
No question. They do not want this to be their last game.
And Keaton Bader, another one of those seniors, checking in for the first time. Jalen Schlegel ready for his second free throw. Sets, releases, and hits. 1 of 2 on the trip. 17-15 Bulldogs with 7:53 to go in the opening quarter. Trayshawn Stone will bring it up the floor. Brandon Dixon waiting to meet him. Stone comes right for Ramsey. Now straight ahead for Dashiell Lloyd. Out to the left again for Stone. Accelerating, foul line extended. Had it knocked away and stolen. On the run, it's Nate Sherwood into front court. One-on-one with Dashiell Lloyd. Scoops it to Jalen Schlegel. High off the window. Too strong. And on the rebound, a foul coming on West Albany. Keaton Bader will be called for it, as Isaac Buyamba, who just checked in for the first time from Milwaukee, drew the foul.
Only the fourth team foul on the Bulldogs. Jalen Schlegel, you can tell he's starting to get a little bit frustrated. Isn't able to get his shot to fall right now, but he's getting those looks. They're going to start falling because he's getting so many opportunities underneath. You know that he's going to turn that around.
Trayshawn Stone glances to the sideline. Kyle Bracey, his head coach, gives him a play. Now Ramsey takes it in front court, working on Reed, looks to drive, floats up a tough running shot, missed it, rebound Jalen Schlegel. Bulldogs doing a great job on the boards here early on as Reed circles the top of the perimeter, goes right for Brandon Dixon, open three on the way, and good for Brandon Dixon from the right wing.
Huge hoop for him, huge hoop for the Bulldogs as they stretch this lead to 5.
Bulldogs get their biggest lead, less than a minute into the second quarter, 20-15. Stone up the right sideline. Comes to the left for Ramsey just in front of us. Ramsey holds, comes straight away for Kendrick Bourne. Bourne off to the right again for Stone. Inside Buyamba, backing in against the double team. Lost the handle. To the floor it goes. Bader tips it to Dixon, and West has it. Long ahead, Jalen Schlegel looking to size it up. Schlegel gets underneath. Now doubled. Comes back out to Dixon, and West will reset. Straight ahead, Reed to the high post for Bader. Down low, Schlegel. Another catch. Working on Buyamba. Spins his way in. Blocked and fouled underneath. And Jalen back to the line for 2 more. Is West Albany a big chance here in the first half to get some separation from the line.
Jalen working really hard, and credit to these referees. That stutter move, we have seen that call to travel over and over and over again, but it's not, and it's just that stutter step. He keeps that pivot foot planted and just the stutter step, but it's deceiving. Looks like a travel, but it's not. Great move by Jalen.
Jalen Schlegel, 2 more free throws coming. Team foul number 9 now on Milwaukee. Yeah, Schlegel's free throw up and good. Jazz Johnson returns for Milwaukee. Johnson's been quiet so far here in the first half. Jalen Schlegel looking for a second free throw that could put West Albany up 7 with 6:39 to go in the first half. Jalen ready. Free throw up, around and off. No good. Rebound to Bourne. 21-15 Bulldogs. Milwaukee in front court with Stone. Again up the right side. Uses a high screen from Buyamba. Now feeds Bourne at the high post, right elbow. Bourne out to Johnson. Straight ahead to the right again for Bourne. Working the perimeter down to the baseline. It goes for Stone. Stone on a good closeout. Trapped by Sherwood and Schlegel. Needs a timeout. As he went out of bounds, he calls the timeout to save the possession with 6:20 to go here in the first half. Believe it was just a 30. So we're going to keep it here at Les Schwab Tire Centers. They are proud.
It's a full.
Well, I'll keep it here anyway, because I've got to read this. At Les Schwab Tire Centers, they are proud to be in business for over 50 years. With more than 400 stores throughout the West, there's a Les Schwab Tire Center close by. Les Schwab doing the right thing since 1952. 21-15 West Albany with 6:20 to go here in the first half. The Bulldogs doing a lot of their damage here from the foul line, Wally, working it inside, drawing a lot of fouls.
Yeah, 9 team fouls already. With the next foul on Milwaukee, the Bulldogs will be in double bonus the rest of the way. You got over 6 minutes to go in the quarter. Bulldogs doing a good job of getting the ball inside. They're drawing a lot of that contact, and these referees are doing a pretty good job right now, I'll knock on wood, of protecting the Bulldog bigs. So the Bulldogs have been able to get it at the line. They're not getting a lot of inside buckets, but when you get those points at the line, you'll take them.
This is session 4 of the state tournament, game 2. The earlier game started at 9 this morning. Wilsonville beat Sandy in a consolation semifinal, so they await the winner of this one. That will be a 10:45 game Saturday morning for the consolation championship. If West Albany wins here today, we'll be back for that on Saturday. And, of course, following the girls as long as they get through the state tournament, playing tonight at 8:15 in their quarterfinal game against Corvallis. A long inbounds pass tipped towards midcourt, controlled by Jazz Johnson. As Johnson gets it off for Dashiell Lloyd, now straight ahead for Stone. Stone with the jab step on Dixon, looking to go to work, kicks it out for Johnson. Johnson lobbing it in too strong and out of bounds, could not be saved by West Albany. Deflected inside by Schlegel. Reed tried to save it valiantly but could not.
You know, the West Bulldog bigs, with those long arms, they alter so many passes.
Quick inbound for Bourne, out to Johnson. Johnson works through the paint, inside Dashiell Lloyd, blocked by Jalen Schlegel and pulled away by Jalen. Bulldogs by 6 with the ball. 5:55 to go in the first half. Reed front court for Dixon. Dixon got Bourne in the air. Now puts it on the deck, comes around to Reed, screen all the way to the top of the key, still pushing right to the wing. Dixon looking inside for Nate Sherwood with the catch, matched up on Jazz Johnson, goes to the fadeaway, too strong, and out of bounds it will go to Milwaukee. A lot of a tie-up there as two players chasing for the loose ball, Keaton Bader and Isaac Buyamba of Milwaukee. No whistles, it just goes out of bounds to the Mustangs. Brandon Dixon comes out, Cody LaHoda returns, good minutes for Dixon, including the 3.
Impact player Brandon Dixon really has become.
Henry Morris back on the floor for Milwaukee, their tallest player at 6'9". See inbounds to Jazz Johnson, and the Mustangs come to front court with 5.5 to go in the first half. West Albany, their biggest lead at 6. Jazz Johnson between the circles, works with the dribble, backing in on LaHoda, kicks it to Morris. Foul line jumper on the way strong off the window and pulled by Jalen Schlegel. Schlegel to Reed, and the Bulldogs again with an opportunity to extend the lead. Reed bounces it to Nate. Nate inside for Schlegel, backing his way in, kicks it out to Nate, fake the 3, steps in, now takes a 2. That's long, an air ball, rebounded by Dashiell Lloyd, who went to the floor, and they'll call a foul. Either would have been a walk on Dashiell Lloyd as he took the ball all the way to the deck, or a foul, and they get West for the harm. It'll go on Keaton Bader.
Things have gone a little bit stagnant offensively for the Bulldogs right now. Coach Zim saying take it hard at them. Don't be settling now. No fadeaways. You want to take it hard to the rim. Keep drawing those fouls.
Isaiah Edwards in for the first time for West Albany. Trevante Anderson will come in for the first time for Milwaukee. So both teams are going deep into their bench here, following up playing games yesterday evening. Neither team with much of a rest, so they're using a lot of their subs. As Trayshawn Stone works all the way to the baseline, bumped and fouled by Reed. A little over-aggressive with the defense. Team foul number 6 on West Albany. So Milwaukee will be inbounding underneath, but now both teams will be shooting free throws for the final 4:58 of the half.
Trayshawn Stone, he's got a quick first step, doesn't he? Taking Sawyer Reed to the baseline there. Sawyer not quite able to get out there in front of him to draw the foul.
It's a very athletic Milwaukee team. That's why it was so surprising to see them take so many perimeter shots last night against Silverton. There's a perimeter shot by Stone that's long, chased down by Sawyer Reed. Reed on the run to front court, hits the trailing Nate Sherwood. Nate quickly into Schlegel on the left box, backing it on Morris, spinning his way into the rim, puts it up too strong, no whistle. Rebound Nate, and they'll call him, no, it'll be a foul on Milwaukee. I thought they might get Nate for a travel as he hit the floor, but they'll say he was pushed there, and it will be 2 free throws coming for Nate Sherwood.
Jalen Schlegel, he's gonna tap out here. I think he wants a breather for about 30 seconds just to collect himself. He is having a very difficult time getting his shots to fall. Very frustrated, but also angry. And Jalen plays well angry. At this end of the floor, he's grabbing every rebound. He's frustrated, but he's going to rebound here.
Jalen coming to the bench with Josh Bryant set to replace him. Nate hits the first free throw, and Bryant will check in. So you get Edwards, Bryant, Nate Sherwood, Cody LaHoda, Sawyer Reed on the floor right now for West Albany. Isaac Buyamba will come back in for Milwaukee. Henry Morris will check out. 22-15, West Albany. Milwaukee still has not scored here in the second quarter. Nate Sherwood ready for a second free throw. Sets, releases, and hits. Got the pair. 23-15. The Bulldogs lead now by 8 with 4:41 to go in the first half. Jazz Johnson walks it across the timeline, working on the left side of the floor. Johnson spacing out his teammates, looking for a little clearance. Guarded still by Reed, goes right for Stone. LaHoda putting a hand right in his face as Stone backs it out near midcourt, comes far left for Johnson, just in front of us. Johnson back to the right for Stone. The Bulldogs have settled into his zone. As Stone comes out to Johnson, he's going to launch a contested 3, in and out, no good. And a rebound to Nate Sherwood. Johnson can't buy one here in the first half as Reed whips it in for Josh Bryant on the no look, and he gets fouled inside. 2 more free throws as Josh Bryant, little hesitation, might have had an open layup if he'd gone straight up, but he waited and drew the foul.
How about that pass from Sawyer Reed? Everybody, 9 times out of 10, you bring the ball forward. The Bulldogs are going to throw the ball to the right-hand wing. That time Milwaukee was watching for that pass. Sawyer Reed with a no-look to Josh Bryant. Great hands to bring it in. Goes to the line for 2.
2 more free throws here for West Albany. Be very interested to see the free throw numbers at halftime. As Bryant's first one on the way in and out. No good. Brady Young will check in for the first time for West Albany. Isaiah Edwards will depart. And the Bulldogs, I do believe, have used every player here in the first half on their roster. They have. All 12 have appeared here in the first half. Josh Bryant, Second free throw up, around, and in with a friendly bounce. 24-15 West Albany. They push their lead to 9 with 4:05 to go in the first half. Jazz Johnson again works way up top. Comes left for Dasha Lloyd. Still about 40 feet from the rim. Dasha Lloyd skips it way right side for Johnson on the wing. Johnson dribbles to the top of the key. Lahota out to meet him. Johnson spins to the foul line, works his way in, lost the handle, and traveled with the ball. Good D by West Albany.
I was just thinking to myself right before that there have not been very many violations called in this game. Relatively clean game as far as skills go. That time, a little bit extra on the spin move. Bulldogs get it on the turnover by Milwaukee.
Milwaukee with a rare chance here to set up some full court pressure. Sawyer Reed comes to front court. A little hesitation move on Johnson. Goes to the right corner for Lahota. Lahota guarded by Anderson. Bounces it into Bryant. Knocked away and stolen. Anderson gets it in his hands. To front court. Racing his way up. Lost the handle. Now comes straight away to Johnson. Johnson will pull from the left elbow. Missed it long. Rebound Brady Young. Boy, did he get up for that board. Wow. Brady to Reed. Reed looking to pull up. Right elbow jumper. Good from Sawyer Reed. The Bulldogs lead by 11 with 3:14 to go in the first half. Jazz Johnson racing to front court. Now will back it out. Comes left for Stone. West Albany outscoring Milwaukee 10-0 here in the second quarter. Hubbard spins his way in, goes off the window and scores. And there is the first bucket. Here in the second quarter for Milwaukee, C.J. Hubbard put it off the window as Reed attacks, lobs it in for Nate Sherwood. Good catch. Nate puts it in. Good work in transition by West Albany as Sawyer Reed finding Nate Sherwood for the layup.
Nonverbal communication there, too, as Nate put his hand up. Sawyer put it right on the money.
Wayshawn Stone in front court has to back it out as he wanted to attack. Looks left, gets it to Jazz Johnson. 28-17 West Albany, 2:33 to go in the first half. Johnson into the chest of Reed all the way through. Stripped and stolen by Lahota.
No numbers.
Lahota looking to go coast to coast on Hubbard. Puts up a tough shot and put it in with the left hand. He got around Hubbard and curled it in. The Bulldogs lead by 13. Timeout Milwaukee with 2:19 to go in the first half. We are going to step aside for 30, if we could. A 30-second break, and we'll return here to 920 KSHO.
Lassen RV in Albany has the new RV models on the lot now, ready for you to buy. Lassen RV Service Department has a new truckload of parts and accessories on sale just in time for fall fix-up. From changing a light bulb to rebuilding your entire RV. No job is too big or too small for Lassen RV in Albany, where friends send their friends.
Join the fun at the Albany Athletic Club. Group fitness classes from low-impact dance to traditional circuit training, plus racquetball and more. Watch your waistline shrink and your health improve every day. Start now at the Albany Athletic Club on Hickory next to Tom's Garden Center.
Unforgettable 920.
30-17, West Albany with the lead on Milwaukee. 2:19 to go here in the first half. Ryan Pitts, Wally Ordeman, Jeff Kiter. Very pleased to have you with us this morning. Nobody likes having breakfast here at the state tournament, but if I have to have it with anybody, I'm glad it's with you, Wally.
The feeling is mutual.
Milwaukee looking for an answer. West Albany on a 14-2 spurt here in the second quarter to go up 13. It's Trayshawn Stone. Looks to work his way in, gets all the way to the bucket, missed in close, got it back. Jalen Schlegel blocked him, and they're going to call a foul, much to the dismay of Jalen Schlegel.
Boy, that's just a phantom call right there. You see a hand wave past and call it on the no contact. We'll expect a makeup on that. This group of officials appears to be very experienced. That one was an inexperienced move, though. I want the makeup call.
Ben Engel back out there for West Albany along with Brandon Dixon. As the free throw by Stone, in and out, no good. Did you see what Jalen just said there? Ball don't lie. Now, that's something I've said over and over and over when there's a bad call. Jalen just turned to the bench and said, ball don't lie.
Yeah, but he's still got another foul on it. Actually, I think that was his first foul.
Second free throw by Stone, got it. So 1 of 2. The ball somewhat truthful on the second free throw, apparently, as Stone cuts it to a 12-point West Albany lead. Ben Engel working the point. Picks up the dribble on the right wing, lobs it in for Nate Sherwood, right of the lane.
Got to move, Biggs, got to move.
Nate comes out to Jalen Schlegel at the top of the key. Now to Brandon Dixon. Dixon to the left for Nate Sherwood. Nate into the middle for Bryant. Lobbed in for Jalen Schlegel underneath. He lays this one in. So Jalen Schlegel, another opportunity in close. West up 14.
Big to big. Nice job on the high-low.
Minute 43 to go in the first half. And bear in mind, West is doing all of this with their leading scorer, Chad Sherwood, on the bench with the 2 fouls. Trayshawn Stone in the paint. Had his shot tipped and blocked. Stone got it right back. Airballed a layup. And on the rebound, we'll get a whistle and a foul on West Albany. Now it's Josh Bryant who has the incredulous look on his face. Foul goes on Ben Engel, but it will put Trayshawn Stone back at the free throw line.
You know, I like what I'm seeing here. Jalen Schlegel having a little conversation with the referee, and the referee's listening to him. Jalen, who was pulled back. Imagine blocking out on the boards, but being pulled back on that. Jalen taken completely out of the play. He was dragged out of the play. Just had a nice little conversation with the referee.
And Trayshawn Stone missing the front end of the 1-and-1. Rebound to West Albany. Now Josh Bryant was saying he was pushed in the back. As Sawyer Reed spins around Stone in front court, uses a Bryant screen, stumbling a little bit as he comes inside the arc. Reed, needing help, comes out to Dixon. Minute 17 to go first half. Bulldogs by 14. Nate Sherwood, fadeaway jumper, up, around, and off. No good. Rebound Buyamba for Milwaukee. Up to Stone on the run to front court. Stone looking for something quick in transition. Spins on Dixon into the paint. Teardrop around and off. No good. Buyamba follows it up and puts it in. Isaac Buyamba crashing to the offensive boards. 32-20 West Albany. Under a minute here in the first half. Sawyer Reed gives it to Brandon Dixon. Dixon looking in for Schlegel. Jalen juggles in the catch. Left of the key. Backs in on Hubbard. Goes up, under, and lays it in around him. And Jalen Schlegel starting to take control here in the waning moments of the first half.
Loves that spin move. Loves to go with the left.
34-20 Bulldogs. 35 seconds to go in the half. Stone to Ramsey out on the perimeter for the Mustangs. Ramsey comes out to Anderson. Anderson to Hubbard. 25 seconds in the half. Hubbard into the paint. Jumper on the way. Around and off. No good. Buyamba, another offensive board. And the putback would not go. Loose on the floor. Dixon saves it to Reed. Reed up ahead to Jalen Schlegel trying to chase it down. Jalen all the way in. Puts it up. Got it with the layup. Jalen Schlegel puts it in. The Bulldogs lead by 16 with 8 seconds to go in the half.
Boy, Jalen, great job with the hands and body control.
Stone with 3 seconds. A three from straight away. No good. Rebound Sawyer Reed. And the Bulldogs taking complete control in the second quarter here in this consolation semifinal. They will go to the locker room up 16 on Milwaukee. It's West Albany 36 and Milwaukee 20. It's the USAA, US Bank, Les Schwab Tires 5A State Championships on KSHO.
You will come out a winner at Power Honda. Their talented staff will show you how easy it is to get the vehicle you want and the payment you need. Check out mypowerhonda.com. Call 928-0122 or just go in to Power Honda, Highway 20 east of I-5 in Albany, your Honda Superstore.
Albany Burgerville is now featuring the Ham Havarti Sandwich, all natural Niman Ranch ham layered with melted Havarti cheese on a toasted hoagie roll and the chocolate hazelnut milkshake. Pick up an Albany Burgerville rewards card now. Cash for every dollar spent. Albany Burgerville, fresh, local, sustainable.
Unforgettable 920.
Welcome back here to Matthew Knight Arena. Ryan Pitts, Wally Ordeman, and Jeff Kiter. Very pleased to have you with us this morning. It's the Bulldogs leading the Mustangs 36-20 here at halftime, trying to earn a berth in the consolation final, which will be Saturday morning at 10:45. If you want the latest information on your favorite high school teams, log on to OSAA.org and the OSAA Score Center. The OSAA Score Center has schedules, scores, and official rankings for all member schools and all team sports. At OSAA.org, you'll also find playoff brackets, maps, broadcast schedules, and historical records. For more information, visit OSAA.org. Wally, that second quarter by West Albany, tremendous, and once again showing what the Bulldogs can do when they operate at high octane. 20-5, they outscore Milwaukee. They lead by 16 at the break.
Yeah, it's remarkable what they did there over the course of the second quarter. Not just offensively and really finding some groove there, but also defensively, holding Milwaukee to what was it, 5 points there?
Yes.
In that second period, tremendous effort by the Bulldogs. They really packed it in well. Milwaukee, the only thing you can point to that Milwaukee had the advantage, they crashed the offensive glass really well. It just didn't turn into a lot of points. The Bulldogs have to be able to not only get them blocked out and not allow these offensive boards by Milwaukee, but also we could hear the coaches talking about it there throughout the second quarter. They got to start drawing some charges. As Milwaukee is coming into the paint, the Bulldogs are going for the block rather than stepping in and taking the charges. The foul total could be dramatically even more than it is right now for Milwaukee if West will step in and take some charges here and the dribble penetration by the Mustangs.
Again, the winner of this game will take on Wilsonville Saturday morning, 10:45 in the 4th and 6th place game, the consolation final. Programming reminder that coming your way at 1:30 on our sister station, 1580 KGAL, the Lebanon girls will be in action facing two-time defending champion Springfield. That will be Radio Ray and Scott Landgren with the call on that. We'll be back here tonight at 8:15 for the Bulldog girls as they will take on Corvallis. We'll take a timeout. It's halftime with West Albany leading Milwaukee 36-20 here on KSHO.
We're Linco Federal Credit Union. Keep your money in Linn County with Linco Federal Credit Union. Enjoy a visit with one of our friendly staff at a neighborhood branch near you today. Linco Federal Credit Union in Albany, Lebanon, and Sweet Home. In Linn, you're in.
Albany Grocery Outlet Bargain Market across from the Heritage Mall has Senior Day, the first Tuesday of every month. $2 off every purchase of $15 or more. Albany Grocery Outlet Bargain Market. 100% satisfaction guaranteed across from the Heritage Mall with bargains on the brands you trust.
920 KSHO.
Family owned and operated since 1979, Crabtree Auto stresses the small stuff when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. An oil change every 3,000 miles is a small thing now, but adds up to big rewards down the road. Crabtree Auto on Hill Street, just south of 9th in Albany.
Now is the time to buy a car at Mark Thomas Motors. 4 generations in the auto business and here to stay. Mark Thomas Motors is big on supporting local events. 3 locations in Albany: Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Hyundai, GMC, Buick, Pontiac. Now is the time to buy a car at Mark Thomas Motors in Albany.
Just like the Bulldogs, Courtesy Corner Shell gives you everything they have every time you drive in. Fast and friendly service, windows always clean. Non-ethanol fuels for small engines, boats, and vintage cars available. You can't beat Courtesy Corner Shell near Queen on Pacific Boulevard. They'll be happy to see you.
Lynn Lane's in Lebanon, home of the best burger in town.
The place to bowl is Lynn Lane's Bowling Center on South Main Road in Lebanon. And the people are real nice. And the Head Pin Restaurant, I'd go there even if the bowling alley wasn't attached.
Good family fun. Bowling.
America's best music and the news you need. This is 920 KSHO, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Back here in Eugene at Matthew Knight Arena, consolation semifinal here with West Albany leading Milwaukee 36-20 at halftime. And Wally, I think any concerns that we had about West Albany having a little bit of a hangover from last night, coming out flat, being disappointed, those were dissuaded in the second quarter.
Yeah, you always wonder about frame of mind of your athletes, and West Albany showed, especially there in the second quarter, I really think they started to assert themselves and impose their will on this Milwaukee team. Defensively, they were solid. West rotating much better defensively there in the second quarter. A lot of great rebounding by the Bulldogs, getting the ball going the other way. I like the patience of what Sawyer Reed's doing. He's not generating a lot of points. He's managing this game very, very well. Not a lot of mistakes by this West Albany team, as Jeff pointed out. One turnover in the first half, and we'll have Jeff Kiter here with stats in just a moment. There are more breaks than normal, so we're going to take another one here. This will be a 60-second break, and we'll come back with Jeff Kiter in our first half stats. Bulldogs leading 36-20 over Milwaukee here on KSHO.
Willamette Community Bank is proud to support local high school sports, music, and scholastic programs. Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, Vice President with Willamette Community Bank. Be part of the team and get behind our schools and our future leaders, serving you with branches in Albany and Lebanon.
Willamette Community Bank, service like no other, we promise. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Taking a detour down a gravel road isn't fun for you or your tires. Luckily at Les Schwab, along with great prices, all of our car or pickup tires come with the kind of protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Staying on top of your savings can be like staying on top of a mechanical bull or an extreme ski slope. But U.S. Bank makes saving easy with Start. Savings today and rewards tomorrow lets you save slow. Yes. Or fast. Save $1,000, earn a $50 U.S. Bank Rewards Visa card. Keep the balance for a year and get another $50.
Awesome.
Start today at any U.S. Bank or usbank.com/start. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank. Conditions apply. See the Start program agreement or a banker for details. Deposit products offered by U.S. Bank N.A. member FDIC.
It rose up out of the asphalt, pointing to the sky. Its razor-sharp point could have slayed a dragon. It was like a dagger, like a...
Yeah, it looks like you just ran over a nail. But don't worry, here at Les Schwab, every tire comes with a kind of lifetime protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
Duly noted.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952. It's the spring tire sale, one of our biggest sales of the year, now through April 30th.
Unforgettable 920.
Welcome back again to Eugene. We've got Jeff Kiter here with our first half stats. Very pleased to have Jeff back this morning. Again, very nice to have the OSAH printed stats here in front of you. The one stat that we alluded to before the break here, Jeff, one turnover in the first half for West Albany. Big turnaround from last night.
A huge. I think the Bulldogs had 18 turnovers last night, and only one so far in the first half tonight, and I can't remember a Bulldog game where they only had one turnover in the first half. So taking great care of the basketball, not shooting the ball extremely well, but crashing the boards offensively, and our bigs are getting lots of opportunities to get second shots. So far, West Albany in the first half, they are shooting 39% from the field, 11 of 28. They are 1 of 3 from three-point range, and shooting much better from the free-throw line tonight than they did yesterday. Today, they're 13 of 18. It's about 72%. Milwaukee, they were 7 of 27 from the field. It's about 26%. They were 1 of 6 from beyond the three-point line, and they were 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Milwaukee is led in scoring. One person in double figures. Trayshawn Stone has 12 points, and let's see, 4 other players for Milwaukee have 2 points. And Milwaukee had 6 turnovers in the first half. For West Albany, they were led in double figures scoring by Jalen Schlegel. He had 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 block shots. Nate Sherwood had 9 points and 2 rebounds and 2 steals. Chad Sherwood had 6 points, 4 rebounds. He does have 2 fouls. Sawyer Reed has 2 points, 3 assists, and 0 turnovers for Sawyer, and 1 steal. Brandon Nixon has 3 points. Cody Lahota has 2 points, and Josh Bryant has 1 point for the first half. Great first half. Bulldogs had 20 points in the paint compared to Milwaukee's 12. West Albany had 5 points off turnovers, and West Albany had 12 second chance points so far in the first half. So great first half. Hopefully they can keep it going in the second half.
Fingers crossed. Thanks, Jeff.
You're welcome.
Hope that the Bulldogs can keep their foot on the gas. A 16-point halftime lead on Milwaukee, 36-20. We'll take a break, come back for the third quarter here at 9:20 KSHO.
The mission of Now Builders is treat every job like it's their only job, no matter how big or small, and they don't stop until their customer is 100% satisfied 100% of the time. Check out their portfolio of fine work at nowbuilders.com. Call Now Builders at 541-926-2858.
Figaro's in Albany now has the ultimate super combo and the ultimate super meat, only $16.99 or $17.99 baked. Albany Figaro's in front of Fred Meyer. And ask about their gluten-free crust, 541-924-9303.
Building a home, remodeling, spring a leak? Think Brass Plumbing. Prompt quality service at affordable rates. Whatever your plumbing needs, including disasters, count on Brass Plumbing. Call 926-2727 for Brass Plumbing.
Looking to save money on lighting fixtures? Larry and Marge Tomlin, owners of J&J Electric, invite you to compare prices, but don't buy until you've seen the high quality and low prices at J&J. Visit their spectacular showroom. The hometown folks at J&J Electric appreciate your business. J&J Electric, South Pacific and 22nd in Albany.
Need extra money? H&R Block offers the Emerald Advance, a line of credit up to $1,000 that you can start using today. No W-2 required. Stop by a participating office to apply or call 1-800-HR-BLOCK to learn more. H&R Block Emerald Advance, line of credit offered through H&R Block Bank. Member FDIC, at participating offices subject to credit approval. Fees apply. See HR Block/Emerald Advance for details. 2012 HRB Tax Group Incorporated offered January 15, 2015. OVTP B15550.
Hi, this is Serena at your neighborhood H&R Block in Albany, Lebanon, Corvallis. Call us today at 541-928-6432 and see what it means to never settle for less when it comes to your taxes.
Unforgettable 920.
So great to be here. So great to have you with us here this morning from Eugene and Matthew Knight Arena, the 5A state tournament. West Albany leading Milwaukee 36-20 here in the consolation semifinal. The girls will take the floor for the first time tonight at 8:15. Just yet another reminder. We'll be here for it. So we'll head away from the building for a little bit and return. Corvallis will be the opponent. All Mid-Willamette Conference showdown tonight. Bulldogs having won the previous 2 matchups this year and trying to make it a 3-fer as they take on Corvallis to advance to tomorrow's semifinals.
A little confusion on who's going to have the ball to start this half. West thought they had it, but the referees concluded that it'll be Milwaukee ball to start this half. Can't be complacent now. You've got this 16-point lead. Got to come out hard. Get a stop here. Go down and get a bucket. Grab that momentum right away.
16-point lead, 16 minutes to play, but Milwaukee is an explosive team. They can come awake at any moment. Jazz Johnson 0 for 6 first half to Hubbard. Quick to the paint for Jen. Working through traffic. He'll dribble all back out to the top. Get it to Hubbard. Hubbard's going to launch a 3 and hit it. Oh, boy. There's a bad start to the second half if you're a West fan. Hubbard knocks in a 3, 36-23. Reed Up ahead to Chad Sherwood, quickly on the wing, lobbed in underneath for Nate. Nate waits for traffic to clear, cannot finish the layup. Tipped out to Jazz Johnson. Johnson on the run to front court, looking to go all the way in through Reed, blocked away by Chad. Up ahead, it's Nate. No numbers as Nate wants to push against Morris all the way through, missed the layup. Chad Sherwood tries to save, it'll be out of bounds to West Albany.
Boy, Nate got mugged.
Yeah, very surprised there was no foul call on Henry Morris. So Nate was trying to size the steps up to throw down a dunk, and the 6'9 Morris would not let him get going. Chad Sherwood has had a long time in the second quarter with the 2 fouls, back in there to start. The inbounds pass comes to Jalen Schlegel, spinning on Morris to the baseline, and he stepped out of bounds. Stepped on the baseline.
Inauspicious start here for the Bulldogs. I'm missing an easy shot down low. A 3 by Milwaukee, and now a turnover on the Bulldogs. Got to grab the momentum.
Hubbard to Jazz Johnson, who comes to front court working right. Very slow dribble. Now gives to Trayshawn Stone. Stone to Hubbard. Baseline Morris. Got around Schlegel, got the layup with a very friendly roll. Thought he had left it short, but was able to curl up and in. And Milwaukee with the first 5 here in the third quarter. 36-25. Lob ahead, tipped and stolen by Trayshawn Stone. Stone, pull-up jumper, too strong. Rebound to Chad Sherwood. That's a good break. Didn't want to see Milwaukee get another bucket. Reed, lob ahead to Jalen Schlegel, left of the lane. Jalen working on Morris. Spinning his way through, goes up with the right hand, too strong. Rebound Milwaukee. Johnson on the run. Up ahead at the right wing, pulls up for a deep 2. Short, no good. Rebound to the floor. Johnson gets it back, goes up, puts it up and in. It's 36-27, and a technical foul coming. Who did they get here for it? We got a technical. The question is going to be, who is this on? Apparently it's on Milwaukee.
Well, I'm not sure.
It's on Milwaukee and Tyler Spencer, who picks up the technical. I was very worried that might go against Jalen Schlegel, just because his emotions are always there on his face, and maybe a little frustrated with the calls down at West Albany's end, watching Milwaukee put up a 7-0 run, but the technical was on Tyler Spencer.
And I don't know what he did.
Apparently it's for talking. Josh Bryant and Jalen Schlegel, both talking to the West Albany bench, made the motion with the hand of running his mouth. As Chad Sherwood hit the first technical free throw. And a second one on its way, no good.
West will have the possession here, would have anyway. But Milwaukee had cut that 16-point lead down to 9. Now with the free throw, Bulldogs with the 10-point lead, and Coach Zim taking a timeout.
Zim wants authority. We're going to keep it here. At Les Schwab Tires, they know buying tires today means more than just price. It includes service, selection, quality, and value. This is why, dollar for dollar, tire for tire, Les Schwab is the tire store you can trust. Les Schwab Tires, proud sponsor of the OSAA Championships and doing the right thing since 1952.
Coach Zim not very happy right now, and he doesn't like to take timeouts with 6:20 to go in the third quarter, but he burned one here. He didn't like the approach of the Bulldogs coming out in the second half. Doesn't like the energy on the glass, and doesn't like the defensive effort. Getting after him right now.
7-1 run in a minute 40 for Milwaukee. That technical free throw by Chad Sherwood ended the 7-0 run. And now West will have possession, leading 37-27, 6:20 to play in the third quarter. Chad Sherwood will inbound, comes ahead to Nick Sherwood, who was held on the catch, bumped on the shot, missed it, trying to get the rebound, could not. It goes to Hubbard. They're not calling anything on Milwaukee right now. Stone, up ahead Johnson, 3 from the right corner, air ball short, rebound Jalen Schlegel. Might have just glanced the rim. As Jalen races ahead, fires it underneath for Nate Sherwood. Nate dribbles along the baseline, feeds Jalen, right back to Nate, left corner, fakes the 3, got around Morris to the baseline, goes in, layup, no, but a foul. And there is a whistle that will send Nate Sherwood to the line for 2.
Second team foul on Milwaukee in this half. 5:57 to go, about 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Nate will go to the line for 2.
Bulldogs about to shoot free throws 21 and 22 here this morning. We've still got 5:57 to go in the third quarter. Nate Sherwood ready for 2. Settles himself, releases, and hits on the first. Nate was 7 of 8 from the line in the first half, so 8 from 9, as he will return to the stripe for trying to put the Bulldogs back up a dozen.
Bulldogs look a little tentative so far here in this quarter. Need to get back to that aggressive style that got them that lead there in the second quarter.
Nate, ready, bends, releases, and hits. 9 of 10 from the line today for Nate. 39-27, West Albany. 5:55 to go in the third quarter. Trayshawn Stone up top. Lobbing it far corner for Morris, just over the arms of Nate Sherwood. Got it to Spencer. Tough jumper, way short. Rebound Bryant. Ill-advised shot by Spencer. Now Sawyer Reed with it. Hubbard a little full court pressure as Reed races to front court. Pulls up at the arc. 4-3. No, just long. And a rebound will come out of bounds to Milwaukee, untouched. Good idea by Sawyer Reed. He was wide open. That's a shot that you got to take.
Yeah, you have to pull the trigger on that. It makes them respect you as you bring the ball up the floor. No way he can pass that up.
Would have been a big make. As it is, the Bulldogs stay up 12 with 5.5 to go in the third quarter. Hubbard up top, guarded by Reed. Puts it on the floor. Lobs it inside for Morris. Morris goes up over Schlegel and scores. And Henry Morris with a couple of field goals here in the second half. His first buckets of the morning. 39-29. Ball poked away from behind. Jalen gets it back. Now loses it. It's picked up by Stone. Rayshawn Stone up the floor for Milwaukee, down 10. Lobbing it for Spencer, who goes up and lays it in on the alley-oop. 39-31 West Albany. Milwaukee has cut the halftime lead in half here in about 3 minutes of the third quarter. Pass long ahead. Nate Sherwood chases it down, scoops it over the shoulder to Jalen Schlegel. Has it stolen by Stone. Stone on the run to the rim. Through Sawyer Reed. Goes up and under with a layup. Missed it, and a rebound to Josh Bryant. Big miss, as that will hopefully quell the Milwaukee momentum just a little bit. 39-31 Bulldogs. Needing a bucket. Got to settle it a little bit. Reed.
Got to get Chad back involved in the offense.
Josh Bryant hacked and fouled. And there's a good whistle. Trayshawn Stone got him right across the arm. Right in front of us. Had a great view of it. So calling for the reach. And it's going to be the third foul on Milwaukee here in the third quarter. Keaton Bader returning. Josh Bryant will check out.
Ryan, you knew that Milwaukee would come out and try and punch the Bulldogs right on the chin, and that's what they've done. Defensively, they have stepped up their intensity. Bulldogs need to take care of the ball. They need to know where those defenders are. A lot of active hands right now by the Mustangs.
Sawyer Reed, inbound. Jalen Schlegel in the paint. Backing into Morris. Got around him and missed, but got fouled. So Jalen at the line will shoot two more. The Bulldogs shot 18 free throws in the first half. Nate Sherwood and Jalen Schlegel combined for 16 of them. Jalen will be back at the line here for two more.
Well, when another team has made a little bit of a run at you and you get these scoring opportunities, you've got to hit your free throws.
Jalen, the line. Takes a long time to prepare for his free throws. Settles, releases, and connects. Perfect on the first. For new and used foreign and domestic auto parts, choose B&R Auto Wrecking. You can just log on to autowrecking.com. And remember, if you own a truck or car, think B&R. 40-31 West. Jalen Schlegel looking for a second free throw that could push this back to a 10-point Bulldog advantage. Again, the hush falls over the arena as Jalen releases and hits. Got both. 41-31 Bulldogs. 4.5 to go, third quarter. Jazz Johnson goes left for Stone. Stone to Spencer out on the perimeter. Spencer looking underneath. Now goes to work on Chad Sherwood. Lobs it to Morris just inside the arc. Down low Spencer. Posting up on Sherwood. Spins around him. Goes to the fadeaway. Missed it. Long rebound. Jalen Schlegel. Good defensive possession as Spencer had to settle for a low percentage fadeaway. Schlegel on the floor with the left hand all the way through. High off the window. No, drew another foul as he crashes into the ball boys underneath. And Jalen a little bit shaken as he hit the floor.
Yeah, Henry Morris going to get this foul, I think. 2 quick fouls on Morris. Then his fourth foul. 6'9", Henry Morris, 4 fouls.
Jalen up gingerly, taking a little walk as he will head to the line, shooting 2 more free throws here with 4:07 to go in the third quarter. Well, West Albany has just made a living here at the line and waiting for 2 more with Jalen Schlegel.
Took the hard spill, just got to shake that off here. Take your time at the line, which he does.
Yeah, he takes plenty of time, releases, and hits on the first. Good to see. Whatever is ailing him did not affect that first free throw. Thomas Nisbet checks in for Milwaukee. Morris checks out. Jalen Schlegel.
I don't know what's got Keaton Bader cracking up, but something does.
Probably something Nate said, because Nate has his back to us. Jalen's second free throw, no good. Rebound to Hubbard. 42-31, West Albany, up 11, midway point of the third quarter. Rayshawn Stone picks up the dribble, hands it off to Jazz Johnson, working around the perimeter. Goes right for Hubbard. Hubbard back up top for Stone. Stone driving on Reed to the baseline, puts up a tough double-clutch shot and gets bailed out by a foul. He's going to go to the line for 2, as the foul will be called against Keaton Bader.
Boy, it looked like his hand was right on top of the ball. Got a good tip on it. Referee disagrees.
It's very rare for a referee to disagree with you, I must say. I am shocked. As Stone good on the first free throw.
Yeah, Stone's got a very nice shooting stroke from the line.
Trayshawn Stone, who kept Milwaukee alive in the first half, had 12 of their 20 points. Second free throw on its way and good. 42-33. Bulldogs up 9 here with 3:50 to go in the third quarter. Full court pressure again applied by Milwaukee. Sawyer Reed retreats a little bit in backcourt. Spencer hounding him. Reed gets it up ahead for Schlegel. Now to Chad Sherwood. Chad Sherwood, 6 points in the first half, but sat a long time with the 2 fouls. Jalen Schlegel backing in on Nisbet. Had it knocked away and stolen by Spencer. Up ahead to Stone. Stone looking to go coast to coast. Pulls up, puts it up too strong, and a blocking foul coming on Chad Sherwood underneath. That's 3 now on Sherwood, who again thought he was set.
Boy, I can't disagree with Chad. That's a very disappointing call. These referees, most referees are anxious to call that charge. These referees don't seem to be inclined to do that, as Coach Zim throughout the first half was saying, take the charge, take the charge. That time, Chad, perfect position, feet set, not real sure about that call.
Trayshawn Stone's free throw is good, and that's the second time this morning that Chad has thought he was set for at least a couple of seconds and got called for a blocking foul. Sherwood will check out, so will Bader. Lahota in, Bryant in for West. Stone, one more free throw, try to cut it to a 7-point game with 3:26 to go in the third. Stone's free throw on its way and good. 42-35 West Albany. Full court pressure. Schlegel inbounds to Bryant. Bryant doubled, comes back to Schlegel. Jalen looking up the floor. No looks it ahead for Nate Sherwood. Inside, Nate lays it in. A great job on the press break, and Nate Sherwood got a layup. 44-35. Bulldogs back up 9. Johnson to Hubbard. Lahota out on him. Hubbard crossing over, dishes it off to Spencer. To the baseline, he's double-teamed. Gets to Jazz Johnson. Touch pass to Nisbet. Nisbet backing in, kicks it out for Hubbard. He's going to launch a 3 and can it again. Hubbard with his second 3 of the third quarter. Milwaukee's within 6. Schlegel to Reed. Reed with the eyes up, wanting some spacing to get across midcourt. Does get it ahead for Lahota. Lahota to Schlegel, posting up on Jazz Johnson, trying to back his way down. Johnson knocked it away, right back to Schlegel, who goes up, cannot hit. Tipped in, though, by Nate Sherwood. Big tip by Nate, puts it back to an 8-point game. 46-38, 2:27 to go third quarter, and Stone hooked Sawyer Reed.
Oh, man, there's no way.
Wow. Trayshawn Stone put his right hand around the waist of Sawyer Reed, cleared him out, and somehow they called the foul on Reed.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
In his defense, he blew the whistle, I think, probably as that hook was happening, but that's just a really brutal call.
Team foul number 3 on West Albany. Non-shooter. Milwaukee inbounds underneath with Spencer. Spencer with Schlegel on him, looking, comes to the corner for Jazz Johnson, got a step on Lahota, works to the foul line, skips inside, now out to Hubbard, another 3 on the way for Hubbard, this one's short, and a rebound knocked out of bounds by Jalen Schlegel, off his hand and out of bounds. And Tyler Spencer and Jalen Schlegel are beginning to jaw a little bit at each other, and Spencer's very lucky he didn't just get a second technical.
Yes, he is.
A bit of a taunting cheer for Spencer at Jalen Schlegel after that was knocked out by Jalen.
Jalen can't get caught up in this. Got to keep your composure.
46-38, Johnson into traffic. Wild pass saved by Spencer to Nisbet. Out to Stone. Fakes the 3, drives inside. Now a hip check, and they're going to tighten up the officiating here as Lahota's called for a little bump up top. Team foul number 4 on West Albany comes with 2:08 to go in the third quarter. Bulldogs leading 46-38.
4th team foul on the Bulldogs there. Milwaukee already up to 5. 2:08 to go here in the third.
Tyler Spencer waiting to inbound. Official talking to him, I think, now, saying, stop it. Calm down. Quit running the mouth. He and Jalen Schlegel have picked up the talk a little bit here in the third quarter.
Which is what inspired Jalen yesterday when that jawing was going on.
Inbound to Stone, way up top. Stone spinning through the paint. Drops it to Nesbitt, who lost the handle. Able to save it? No. Out of bounds wildly. It will go to, should be West Albany ball. This has got to be West ball. They're not going to give this to Milwaukee.
Yeah, I think they are. They're going to say that Sawyer Reed tipped it, but no contact there with the ball. It's got to go this way.
And it will not. Wow. Or no, do they? Oh my goodness, they're going to give it to Milwaukee.
Oh man,
and it's getting bad here in the third quarter.
All the breaks going Milwaukee's way right now. Got to keep your composure.
46-38 West Albany, 2:02 to go in the third. Lahota tips the pass in back court. And Coach Zimmerman says white ball. That one was obviously last touched by Stone. But the last one appeared to be obviously not touched by Sawyer Reed. They gave that to Milwaukee. These are the things you see here when you're along the baseline, or the sideline, I guess I should say. Stone will inbound at midcourt. 46-38 Bulldogs, exactly 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Bulldogs trying to settle it down. They led by 16 at halftime. Milwaukee's cut it in half here in the third quarter. Stone at the top of the key. Feeds it out to Johnson on the wing, guarded by Bryant. Again, putting the hand on the defender. Johnson's going to launch a 3-2 strong. Rebound, Jalen Schlegel. Milwaukee, time and time again, is using that off arm to push away from a West Albany defender. Reed gets it ahead to Nate Sherwood. Swatted away by Hubbard. Got it back. Drops it in for Schlegel. Backing in against three black jerseys. Split him and laid it in with the left hand. And Jalen pounding his chest. His trademark move as he comes back up the floor.
Huge bucket by the Bulldogs.
48-38. Bulldogs back up by double figures, and a foul coming on Cody Lahota.
Oh, man.
An intentional foul? And a technical coming on Milwaukee, I believe. Again, this is going to be Spencer, and that's going to be his second. He's done.
He's done, and I wonder what that means if they were to, well, I won't go there.
Tyler Spencer, for a third time, truly, he could have been called for a second technical a moment ago after the intentional foul called against Cody Lahota, which seemed like a ridiculous call. Apparently a technical on Tyler, which would eject him from the game.
Oh, this is going to be the referees having a chat.
Why is Trayshawn Stone shooting free throws, gentlemen? He's down at the other end practicing. These guys got to get a hold of this game. Trayshawn Stone down at the other end, as the officials were discussing things, was shooting practice free throw. Should not be allowed. As we get technical on Tyler Spencer, so he is ejected. Cody Lahota with the intentional foul on West Albany.
Both of those. So you have an intentional foul on the Bulldogs. You have a technical foul on Milwaukee. Both of those would result in possession after those free throws are shot. Who's going to get the ball here?
Well, I think each team's going to shoot 2 free throws, and then it'll probably go to the arrow. 48-38, West Albany, 1:21 to go in the third quarter. It's been getting a little chippier here in the third. Tyler Spencer, Jalen Schlegel doing a lot of talking back and forth. Spencer picked up a technical earlier in the quarter and then really should have had a second just a couple of moments ago after Jalen Schlegel had deflected a ball out of bounds. Spencer gave a mocking cheer right in his face. They let that one go, but whatever he said after this last play, they did not let go. And Spencer is done.
Still standing on the court,
yeah, he's still out there. But, yeah, that's 2 on Spencer, who still stands on the floor. Trayshawn Stone hitting the first intentional free throw. As Trayshawn's second free throw around and out, no good. Now, they need an explanation here from the officials as to why Tyler Spencer is still on the floor.
Yeah, the referee's having a chat now. Yep, he's gonna leave. They recognize it. 1 for 2 on the free throw for Milwaukee. Nate will shoot the technical foul free throws here at our end.
48-39. Stone could only convert on 1 of the 2. Now Nate Sherwood with the uncontested free throws. His first one up and short. Minute 21 to go, third quarter. Second free throw upcoming here from Nate Sherwood, trying to make this a 10-point lead again. Nate ready, and the second one around and in. So each team gets 1 point out of this mess.
And it's going to be Bulldog ball.
And it will belong to West Albany with, again, a minute 21 to go, third quarter. Bulldogs leading 49-39. What a wild quarter here this morning in Eugene. Lahota to inbound. Comes back court for Sawyer Reed. Lahota, Reed, Nate Sherwood, Schlegel, and Bryant on the floor for West. Reed pushing it to front court on Jazz Johnson. Pulls up at the wing. Scoops it to the corner for Nate. Nate guarded there by Kendrick Bourne. Feeds Josh Bryant. Right elbow lobbed into Jalen Schlegel. Tough catch by Jalen. Turnaround
got
jumper.
Hit.
Looking for a foul that didn't come, and Milwaukee saves it. Jazz Johnson racing up ahead, and they're going to call a hip check there on Nate Sherwood, who was riding Jazz Johnson up the floor. Good call, Nate. A little over-aggressive with the defense. Team foul number 6 on West Albany. Both teams going to be shooting free throws the rest of the morning.
This quarter cannot end fast enough for the Bulldogs. They need to regroup. Coach Zim's going to talk to him at the quarter here about composure and about collecting yourself, getting back to what you did in the second quarter, which is just working the ball in your half-court sets and getting it to your bigs.
Johnson to Stone outside. Lahota trying to prevent the jump shot. Stone got around him into the paint, puts up a tough shot in traffic, missed it. Out of bounds off Milwaukee to West Albany with 46.5 to go in the quarter. How big would a bucket or two here be by West Albany?
It would be huge to get one here at the end of the quarter, and a little risky move here by Coach Zim, bringing Chad Sherwood with the 3 fouls in with a minute to go here in the third.
It's on the offensive end, and Coach Zimmerman telling Chad to be very, very careful when West goes on defense. Josh Bryant inbounds, looking for space in this pressure, gets it to Sawyer Reed. Double team coming on Reed. He bounces it back to Bryant, now to Schlegel. Jalen turns, looks, fires back to the right for Reed, and Reed across the timeline. Nice press break. Reed to the wing, goes to the corner for Nate. Nate into the cutting Jalen Schlegel, and paint knocked away and stolen. Bourne poked it away. Now Bourne has it in front court, slowing it down. Gives it to Jazz Johnson with 27 seconds in the quarter. Back to Bourne, now to Dashiell Lloyd, and to Johnson again out near midcourt. Johnson looking for a screen from Bourne. Goes to the middle for Hubbard. Turnaround jumper from the foul line. In and out, no good. Rebound Josh Bryant with 14 seconds. Bulldogs can hold for one here. Reed crossing at midcourt, coming left with 7 seconds. With 6. Reed at the left wing with 5. Now with 4. Straight ahead to Chad's. Going to size up a deep 3 at the buzzer. No good. Off to the left. And we will go to the fourth quarter. West Albany maintaining a double-digit lead through 3. The Bulldogs 49, the Mustangs 39. We'll come back here to KSHO.
Staying on top of your savings can be like staying on top of a mechanical bull or an extreme ski slope. But U.S. Bank makes saving easy with Start. Savings today and rewards tomorrow lets you save slow. Yes. Or fast. Save $1,000, earn a $50 U.S. Bank Rewards Visa card. Keep the balance for a year and get another $50. Awesome. Start today at any U.S. Bank or usbank.com/start. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank. Conditions apply. See the Start program agreement or a banker for details. Deposit products offered by U.S. Bank N.A. member FDIC.
It was as wide as the Grand Canyon, as deep as the Mariana Trench. I plunged into the chasm, into the endless abyss, into the...
Actually, you just drove into a pothole. But don't worry, here at Les Schwab, every tire comes with a kind of lifetime protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
Good to know.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952. It's the spring tire sale, one of our biggest sales of the year, now through April 30th.
America's best music and the news you need. This is 920 KSHO, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Back at Matthew Knight Arena, day 2 of the state tournament. West Albany 49, Milwaukee 39. As we go to the fourth quarter, Ryan Pitts, Wally Ordeman, Jeff Kiter. Very pleased that you could be with us, as morning will very shortly turn to afternoon here in Eugene. The Bulldogs trying to hang on here in this consolation semifinal. Bulldogs with the first possession of the fourth quarter is Sawyer Reed pushing it up the right side, bodied by Jazz Johnson. Goes to the corner for Nate. Down to Jalen Schlegel, high post, lobbed in for Bryant. In the paint, kicks it back to Jalen Schlegel. Jalen all the way in, finger roll, spun out, no good. The tip up, no. Another tip goes for Jalen.
Oh, hard working Jalen Schlegel. Never gave up on the play.
And Jalen will have his double-double, had 18 and 9 through 3. Gets the putback here to put the Bulldogs up 12. Hubbard out to Johnson. Johnson scanning the defense, looking for some help, spinning on Reed up top. Johnson struggling with the dribble, now gets it back and retreats to the green O at center court.
Sawyer wanted that 5 count.
Dashiell Lloyd now. Johnson faking the jumper, drives inside to the finger roll, no but a foul. And Jazz Johnson will be at the line as he will try to get back in the book. Has just 1 field goal here today, 1 of 10.
Sawyer Reed right in front of the referee, turned to Coach Zim, yelled 3 quarters court. Wasn't that 8 seconds that I had him guarded?
Johnson throw is good. Jazz Johnson really struggled shooting the ball last night against Silverton. And just 1 of 10 through 3 quarters here today.
6'9" Henry Morris comes back into the game for the Mustangs with 4 fouls.
Johnson's second free throw is good. Got a pair. 51-41. Still in the opening minute of the fourth quarter. Bulldogs battling the pressure. They've done a very nice job against it as Reed comes to front court for Chad Sherwood. Hubbard right in his face as Sherwood gets it back to Reed. And the Bulldogs set in front court. Reed to Bryant at the foul line. Lobbed into Nate Sherwood. Outside to Chad Sherwood. In rhythm for 3. No. Rebound to Milwaukee. And Kendrick Bourne so quick off his feet. Bourne is a high riser. He gets it to Jazz Johnson, driving left to the lane, scooped inside for Dashiell Lloyd, who gets mugged on the way up by Nate Sherwood, and 2 free throws coming for Aubrey Dashiell Lloyd, a 6'3" senior.
Nate a little bit shaken up on that play as the pump fake got him up in the air. Took a shot to the gut.
Brandon Dixon is going to check in for West Albany. Dashiell Lloyd ready for 2 free throws with 6:40 to go in the game. The Bulldogs leading by 10. Dashiell Lloyd, the lefty, settles, releases, and hits his first free throw. Dixon in, and Nate Sherwood will take a rest. Nate Sherwood, tremendous through his 3 quarters. 16 points, 10 of 12 from the free throw line. He's just 3 of 11 from the floor, but he's done a great job from the line. Bulldogs as a team, 20 of 28 through 3 quarters. As Dashiell Lloyd hits both free throws, a timeout taken by Milwaukee, a 60-second break. 51-43 West, 6:40 to go here at KSHO.
The short drive to Corvallis will save you time and money. This is Steve Buckner from Wilson Motors, inviting you to experience the notable difference at Wilson Motors, 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis. Check us out at saveatwilson.com.
Making life easier and more productive, that's what Lynn Benton Tractor can do for you. And it all begins by discovering how the full line of Kubota equipment can help.
Lynn Benton Tractor, we're still doing business the American way.
Highway 99E Tangent.
Serving the Mid-Valley for 37 years with collision, mechanical, glass, and RV repair, Pacific Auto Services is now Stavros Auto Services. Same people, same commitment to excellence. You've got their name on it. Call Stavros Auto Services at 541-926-7248.
Buying or selling a home is one of the most important decisions you'll make in your lifetime. Delene Myers of RE/MAX Integrity is dedicated to assisting you through every step of that process. Contact Delene at 974-3196 or DeleneMyers@remax.net. Unforgettable 920.
51-43 West Albany, 6:40 to go here in this consolation semifinal. Bulldogs held a 16-point halftime lead, keeping Milwaukee at arm's length here in the second half, though the Mustangs have made a push to get within 8. Bulldogs will be inbounding out of the timeout. Josh Bryant bounces it into Jalen Schlegel. Schlegel comes back to Bryant. Bryant looking for some help, goes back to Schlegel. Jalen puts it on the deck, comes up to front court and scoops it to Bryant as West again beats the pressure. Dixon feeds Reed. Reed guarded by Johnson, gives it to Chad Sherwood. Chad on the right side, guarded by Bourne. Gets in the paint, goes up, under, and missed the layup. Jalen tried to tip, could not. Came down with another rebound, goes up, blocked, and a foul on Hubbard. That will send Jalen Schlegel to the line for 2.
Good job on the boards. Chad not able to get that shot to fall, but Jalen in the right place to get that rebound, goes up strong, draws the foul, and goes to the line here for 2. Every possession so important now. Bulldogs need to remember, you play this game to win. You don't play it not to lose. There's a big distinction between those two. Can't be tentative.
Jalen Schlegel, 2 free throws. First one on its way and good. Neither team has shot the ball well. Milwaukee through 3 quarters, 7 of 27 from the floor, 25.9%. The Bulldogs 11 of 28, 39.3%. But the big difference has been at the foul line. West Albany with a plus 10 advantage there coming into the quarter anyways. Jalen's second free throw also good. That's a couple of big hits with 6:17 left. The lead back to 10. 53-43 as Jazz Johnson comes up to Hubbard. Bouncing it in for Morris, who got free underneath and laid it in. A quick entry, and Morris got an easy layup. 53-45. Jalen Schlegel being hounded by Bourne. Comes up ahead, goes right side for Brandon Dixon. Trying to settle it down, comes up to Bryant near midcourt. Bryant underhands it to Reed. Jazz Johnson there to meet him as Reed spins around to the right, comes all the way to the wing, now drives to the baseline, kicks it back out for Chad Sherwood, knocked away out of bounds, last touch by, I believe, Milwaukee, but the officials are going to talk.
Yeah, and the only reason they're deliberating on this right now is because every player in black pointed the other direction.
Well, and I think this official here near midcourt was blocked off, and he didn't see, but it was last touch by Milwaukee, so it belongs to West. Up 8, 5:49 to go. So here Reed, inbound quickly to Jalen Schlegel, down low. Spinning on Morris. Hook off for him and got it. Jalen Schlegel puts it in, and the inbounds pass deflected by Chad Sherwood. He wanted Jazz Johnson to be the last to touch it, but it'll stay with Milwaukee. Quick hands by Chad.
Bulldogs really need a stop here. Milwaukee's been far more efficient on the offensive end here in this second half. Bulldogs got to get a couple of stops here, come down and be productive on the offensive end.
5:38 to go. The clock cannot move fast enough. West Albany up 10. Trayshawn Stone straight ahead. Lobbed inside dangerously to Hubbard. Hubbard bounced it to Morris, knocked away by Reed. Reed could not save, but good hustle by Sawyer Reed. And Jalen Schlegel's Wally points. Jalen was leaking out wanting a dunk if that ball had been saved. Jalen Schlegel has been a beast here today. He doesn't want this to be his last game. Obviously, none of the seniors do, but Jalen has seemed possessed. Jazz Johnson, 3 off the inbound, spun out, no good. Morris, offensive board, then lost the handle, goes back up off the window and in. Henry Morris, more active here in the second half, despite the foul trouble, gets Milwaukee back to within 8. Reed up ahead to Jalen Schlegel. Jalen with pressure coming from behind. Goes to the corner for Chad Sherwood. Sets for a 3. Back rim, no good. Jalen over the top, they'll say, on the rebound. Foul on Jalen Schlegel. Will go the other way for a 1-and-1. C.J. Hubbard is going to be at the line for Milwaukee.
Chad just not quite able to find his range. He's had to sit a little bit with foul trouble throughout this game. Not able to get the offensive momentum. Had a good look at that 3. Just not able to get it to fall. Jalen doing the right thing, following up on that, trying to get the board. Referee says he went over his back.
C.J. Hubbard for a 1-and-1. First free throws of the day for Hubbard. Free throw up and good. Hubbard's had a good second half. Couple of threes in the third quarter that got Milwaukee going. Trying to get into double figures here if he can hit a second free throw. CJ waiting, releases, and got them both. It's a 6-point game with 5:05 left. Inbound to Jalen. Through a double team. Nice dribbling from Schlegel. Now jump stops, being hounded up top. Gets it to Sawyer Reed. Reed with Johnson on him again. Spinning. Coming left. Lobbed it down for Jalen Schlegel, left of the key. Morris with the 4 fouls on him. Jalen looks to back him down. All the way to the block. Double coming. Out to Reed. Right back to Schlegel. Reposted. Back out to Reed again. Looking to get Jalen reset inside. Reed will hand it off to Chad Sherwood up top. Now to Bryant, high post. Bryant looking in, nothing there, so he comes back out to Reed.
Good patience by the Bulldogs.
Reed working left to the elbow. Kicks it out to Chad Sherwood. The right-hand dribble through the paint. Goes all the way in. Missed the layup. Rebound Morris. Morris ahead for Johnson. 55-49 West. 4:19 to go. Johnson to Stone. Now to Hubbard. He's going to launch a deep 3. Short. And a rebound. Batted out of bounds. Last touch by West Albany. It'll belong to Milwaukee. 4:11 left.
Long shots bring long rebounds. Bulldogs were in position to get that. Just couldn't find the handle on it. Milwaukee will have it underneath their own hoop.
Sub coming in. Nate Sherwood will return for West Albany. Brandon Dixon will check out.
Just need one of those quick hitters here. Little patented 2-minute run here by the Bulldogs. Stretch this back out again. Need a stop here.
Jazz Johnson the inbound for Milwaukee underneath. Jalen Schlegel keeps a watchful eye. Johnson comes way up top for Hubbard. Bounce pass to Bourne. Bourne lost it out of bounds. It'll belong to West Albany. Bourne slipped to his feet and dribbled it right off his knee.
Full court pressure again by Milwaukee.
55-49. Inbound to Jalen Schlegel. Jalen gets a step to front court. Jalen bounce pass Nate Sherwood underneath. Nate tried to dunk and got fouled by Morris. Morris is going to be done, but Nate Sherwood will be at the line for 2 free throws.
And that's a huge foul. Put Nate at the line, who's been solid from the line all night, and Henry Morris has to leave this game. That's 2 players for Milwaukee now. 1 on foul on the double technicals, and 1 on the disqualification on 5 fouls.
Isaac Buyamba will come in. You can earn rewards, exclusive discounts, and preferred rates with a U.S. Bank package. Choose a silver, gold, or platinum checking and create a package with the features that are right for you. U.S. Bank, all of us serving you. See banker for details. Deposit products offered by U.S. Bank National Association, N.A., member FDIC. Nate Sherwood's free throw on its way and good. What a day for Nate Sherwood from the line.
Boy, if the shots aren't going to fall, you've got to take advantage of these chances to the free throw line. Chance now to stretch this back out to an 8-point lead.
Nate Sherwood, the junior, ready for his second. Poised, release, got it. Perfect on both. 57-49. West Albany, midway point of the fourth quarter, here in the second consolation semifinal of the morning from Matthew Knight Arena. Jazz Johnson up top for Milwaukee, guarded by Bryant. Got around him, goes all the way in, and we're going to get a travel on Jazz Johnson as he came through the paint. Nate Sherwood was trying to take a charge. They got the travel before it, and West will take it on the turnover.
And Ryan, because Nate was poised to take that charge, the stutter step came from the player that I'm sorry. I lost his name.
Jazz Johnson. Yep.
Jazz Johnson saw Nate standing there, had to adjust his footwork.
Bryant.
How's that for professional? How am I doing?
You're doing wonderfully. Ball is kicked on the inbound, out of bounds by Milwaukee, so West will try again. 3:49 left. Bulldogs leading by 8. If they hang on, we'll be back here for their game Saturday morning. Inbounds pass, chased down on the sideline by Jalen Schlegel. Comes to front court, triple team. Gets it to Reed. Sawyer Reed needing some help, and now traffic will clear, and Reed will go one-on-one with Johnson, who bumps and fouls him. And Reed will go to the line for a 1-and-1. Team foul number 9 on Milwaukee.
Letting a lot of high contact go. Sawyer Reed doing a good job keeping his composure. They're mugging him out there near the half-court line. That time Johnson finally picks up the foul.
Just the first foul on Jazz Johnson. Sawyer Reed for a 1-and-1.
Both teams will go into the double bonus with their respective fouls the next time.
Reed ready, releases, and hits the first.
Is that his first points of the state tournament?
No, he had a bucket earlier. It's his third point of the morning. Scoreless last night, but did a great job against the Jefferson pressure. Reed, second free throw on its way. Too strong. Rebound Milwaukee. 58-49, West Albany. 3:35 to play. Jazz Johnson up ahead to Hubbard. Into the cutting Johnson. Off his knee, right to Bryant. A turnover. Bulldogs with the ball, under 3.5 to play now. They can push it back to double figures with a bucket on this possession. Reed feeds Chad Sherwood way out on the right wing.
All sorts of time to work with here. Don't have to have a quick shot.
No, don't have to be in a hurry. The clock is your ally. Reed works out between the circles with the dribble. Reed pushes back to the left, gives to Chad Sherwood. Comes around a high screen from Bryant, guarded by Stone. Hands it back to Reed on a little weave. Reed with Bryant again coming out to set the high screen. Spins around it, goes right into a double team. Gets rid of it to Bryant. Touch pass to Nate Sherwood up top, under 3 now. Nate spinning on Hubbard. Bourne gambled and reached and fouled Nate, who will shoot 2.
Last person you want to foul if you're Milwaukee is Nate Sherwood. So solid at the line tonight, as I knock on wood.
Nate Sherwood shooting 2. Team foul number 10 on Milwaukee. 2:52 to go. 58-49. West Albany with the lead. Bulldogs have surpassed 30 free throws attempted for the morning/afternoon. Nate's free throw perfect. We saw in the Eagle Point game flashes of the superstar that Nate Sherwood can be. He's a tremendous player right now, but he has the potential. It was a consensus after the game to be a Division I player if he performs the way he has down the stretch. It's the second free throw as soon as I say that, but the Bulldogs lead by 10 with 2:45 to go. One player's missed free throws too.
Yes,
It happens all the time. Jazz Johnson to Kendrick Bourne, now to Buyamba off his foot. Got it back, swiped away again by Schlegel. Now to Jazz Johnson. Johnson spinning, gets inside, goes up and under, wild layup that curls in. 59-51 West Albany. Inbounds pass and a foul quickly given as Sawyer Reed will come the other way to shoot 2.
Yeah, going back to your point about D1 players missing free throws, they do miss free throws. They just do it on scholarship.
Right, yes. They're paid to miss free throws. In some cases.
In some cases.
Sawyer Reed will shoot 2. Very quick foul given by Milwaukee in backcourt. With 2:25 to go, West Albany leading 59-51.
Could be a very long last 2:25 of this game if the foul series is going to start here.
Reed's first on its way, perfect. 60-51. There is a break in between sessions, and that's good for the KGAL crew as they will come in and set up for the Lebanon girls. That game starts at 1:30 on 1580.
Hey, Ryan, just real quick.
Yeah.
Just got a text from John Birchfield, who's listening in psychology class. So we'll say hi to any West Albany students and teachers, staff that might be listening to the game right now at West Albany.
Can we assume he's listening with the permission of his teacher?
I'm going with that.
Okay. 61-51, and Sawyer Reed hit both free throws, and now a foul is called on a jump shot by Jazz Johnson. They'll get Chad Sherwood for it.
Reactionary call. No way. No way.
His 4th foul. Jazz Johnson will be at the line here for 2. Now, Milwaukee arguing that was a 3-point try. It looked like Jazz was inside the arc.
Last thing you want to do is the Bulldogs foul right now. That clock.
And Johnson missing on the first free throw. Big miss with 2:19 left. 61-51. Bulldogs leading by 10. And one more free throw for the sophomore transfer from Benson Tech, Milwaukee was in the championship game last year against Corvallis, and Benson, prior to the arrival of Jazz Johnson, was in the title game the year prior to that against Corvallis.
Jazz Johnson looking back at the sub, ready to come in for him. Can't believe he's about to be subbed out.
Free throw, good. Second one for Jazz. And he will come out. Aubrey Dashel-Lloyd will check in. A little more length on the floor. So Josh Bryant will inbound. Pressure again set as Bryant gets it into the middle for Nate Sherwood. Nate being hounded by Stone. And he'll get a whistle and a bump and a foul in backcourt. And Wally, you're right. These last couple minutes could take an eternity at this pace.
Yeah, 2:15 to go. The Bulldogs with a 9-point lead. Nate with an opportunity. It'll be the double bonus. Shooting 2 here. Chance to stretch this back out to an 11-point lead.
61-52. 2:15 to play. For over 50 years, Mega Foods has been offering the best quality and taste, more than just a supermarket, also a good neighbor. Mega Foods in Lebanon and Albany. Nate Sherwood right on the money on his first free throw. As we get a little defensive substitution, Cody Lahota. Oh, no, they're going to say for the shooter. I thought maybe Chad Sherwood would be coming out with the 4 fouls. But it's Nate Sherwood that will get a rest if he can connect on the second. Nate's second on its way. Money on both. 63-52. West Albany up 11. Nate out. Lahota in with 2:15 left.
Little bit more defensive speed in here with Lahota. Might see some offense for defense here as we see Nate sitting just to our left here. That's exactly what's going to happen over the last 2 minutes here. A little offense for defense.
Tony Bruno is in for Milwaukee, which concerns me. They may have just put a hitman on the floor. Tony Bruno is the perfect mafioso name, but Bruno may be a shooter. As Hubbard fires a 3, an air ball short. Saved in by Milwaukee. Stone in traffic. Wild shot, no good. Rebound tip to Sawyer Reed. Bulldogs have it with 2 minutes to play. Reed rifles it ahead to Schlegel, trying to tip it to Chad. Can he chase it down? He does. Saves it back to Bryant, trailing. He is fouled on the way up. And the Bulldogs with 1:55 left, an 11-point lead, and will be at the line for 2 more free throws.
Josh Bryant going to shoot these free throws. He'll shoot 2, but how about the speed of Chad Sherwood to get to that ball, keep his balance on the baseline, then feed Josh for that shot. Great effort by Chad.
Josh Bryant continuing the West Albany parade to the line. Free throw on its way. Ooh, way short. An air ball short and a lot of laughter.
Coach Zim.
I'm sorry, Josh, but the whole bench just lost it on that one. Oh, my. Josh is still smiling. Second free throw on its way, and again, way short. This one did graze the iron. And Milwaukee wildly throws it away in front court.
Yeah, and Nate's coming back in, and guess who for?
For Josh Bryant.
And you know that in defense of Josh, you have to do that at this point. If you've seen 2 weak free throws shot, you have to bring him out because you know Milwaukee's going to be fouling, and they're going to go right after him.
Oh, the whole bench is letting Josh have it as he comes down. 63-52 Bulldogs. They have the ball, minute 45 left. Chad Sherwood up top being harassed. Had it stolen by Anderson. All the way in. Anderson against Sherwood put it in, and Chad did a nice job to avoid the foul and stay in the game. He's got 4. 63-54. Sawyer Reed up ahead with a minute and a half left. Reed bounces it to Schlegel. Up top for Sherwood, and he is fouled by Trayshawn Stone. 2 free throws coming for Chad. As many free throws as the Bulldogs have shot, Chad has not attempted many, just 2 here in the morning.
Chad's had a lot of trouble finding any sort of momentum, any sort of pace to this game. I think really threw him off, having to sit out a lot of the first half there with the foul trouble.
Chad's free throw, got it. Back to a 10-point lead, minute 27 left. Subs in again. Situational subs. Lahota in. Nate takes a seat. Not too far from us, and he'll be coming right back in. Chad, ready for a second, trying to put West up 11 with a minute 27 left. It's on its way and perfect. Well, I don't think the Bulldogs had an opportunity to practice free throws after the game last night or prior to the game this morning, but something has changed. It was the free throws that were their undoing last night. They have turned that around in a big way here today. They lead by 11 with a minute 25 left. Bounce pass inside to Dashel-Lloyd, and they're going to call a blocking foul.
If that's a block, then there is absolutely no way that you can ever call a charge in this game again. That was ridiculous.
Boy, and I also thought Dashel-Lloyd took an extra step as he tried to get through the paint, but Obviously, I'm biased.
Bulldogs do not want to stop this clock. They want to keep this clock moving, and they don't want to give Milwaukee the opportunity to score points from the free throw line with the clock stopped.
Dasha Lloyd good on the first free throw.
Sawyer Reed looking back at the referee saying, hey, you know, what more can I do?
Yeah.
He was in perfect position. That is a charge foul.
Dasha Lloyd.
John Birchfield in the psychology class, they could tell I'm getting a little worked up. Have them analyze me here.
Yeah, they might need to. Dasha Lloyd missed the second free throw. Strong rebound by Schlegel. Bulldogs with the ball up 10, a minute 17 to play. Reed fires it up to midcourt for Bader. Bader lobbed underneath for Schlegel, knocked away by Milwaukee and out of bounds. And that's maybe fortunate. It gives West the chance to settle and inbound underneath their own rim.
Yeah, you might almost think about taking a timeout here and settle your team down. Bulldogs look a little jittery here as they're bringing the ball up the floor. They've been so solid in the press break, looking a little tentative on that possession.
Chad Sherwood will inbound. We'll get a sub. Thomas Nisbet returns for Milwaukee. Tony Bruno checks out.
Milwaukee going a little bit more length here.
Chad waiting to inbound. Now Isaac Buyamba will come back in for Milwaukee, and Aubrey Dasha Lloyd will check out. Chad Sherwood waiting to inbound. He's got Reed, Bader, Schlegel, and Nate Sherwood to choose from on the inbound. Gets it to Reed in the corner. Reed with Stone on him. Going to dribble all the way to the top. Don't need to rush anything as they're going to get a bump and a foul on Bourne with 1:06 left. And back to the line will go Sawyer Reed for two.
Bulldogs trying to make this the second consecutive game where a Northwest Oregon Conference team gets bumped out.
Well, and there's an NWOC team waiting in
Yes.
the consolation final also, Wilsonville. Sawyer Reed. Free throw on its way. Too strong. Back rim and off.
Trying to have the second Mid-Willamette Conference team continue to be playing.
Right.
As Silverton will play tomorrow evening.
Yeah, there are several of the Silverton players were here earlier. Zach Gangler is still here. I see him opposite. Also Darren Schweick, their head coach. They will play Jefferson tomorrow night. West Albany hoping that they will play Saturday morning at 10:45. Reed's second free throw, no good. Rebound loose and pulled up by Jazz Johnson. 10-point Bulldog lead, 1 minute to play. Stone with a pull-up three, in and out, no good. Rebound on the floor, still loose. A mad scramble for it, and ultimately we're going to get
Chad wanted
a jump ball.
Yeah, we're going to get a jump ball, and it's going to be Milwaukee's ball. Chad got down on the floor, grabbed that ball, wanted to get the timeout before the tie-up was called. Arrow to Milwaukee.
55.4 left. Milwaukee with it. Bulldogs leading by 10. The Sherwoods out. Dixon and Lahota in. Substitutions aplenty down the stretch. As Anderson will inbound it. Trevante Anderson gets in the corner for Jazz Johnson. Fakes the three. Drives inside. And gets blocked and fouled on the way in. Coach Zimmerman, his voice up about 10 octaves as he cannot believe the call underneath. He'll get Jalen Schlegel for it. And Jazz Johnson will be at the line. The clock stops again while Johnson will shoot two.
A little more offense for defense here. Going to bring in the Sherwood brothers again as Lahota and Dixon will come out after the first free throw.
Johnson's free throw up and good as it rattles in. The Bulldogs would have to be getting close to the 5A state tournament record for free throws attempted in a game. I just had to pull this up on my phone. 43. Mountain View did that against Corvallis back in 2007. The Bulldogs had attempted 28 coming in here to the fourth quarter, and they've tried a bunch in this quarter as Johnson gets both free throws, 65-57. Bulldogs by 8 with 50 seconds left. In front court, Nate Sherwood settles the dribble, being held around the waist, fouled, and will go to the line for two. And that will improve the Bulldogs' chances of going into the record books for the most free throws attempted in one game.
Yeah, 45.9 to go here in this game. Bulldogs with the 8-point lead. Nate with a chance to make this a 10-point game again.
Nate, what a day at the free throw line for Nate Sherwood. Nate over 20 points here. Free throw perfect again. And the Bulldogs, substitutions aplenty. Dixon, Lahota, Bryant back in. Chad Sherwood will come out.
Bring Josh back in for a little bit of rebounding and defensive power. Not too many bigs in this state play defense in the post better than Josh Bryant.
Nate ready for his second free throw. He will come out if he makes it, and he does not. Rebound to Hubbard. 66-57 West, 42 seconds left. Stone looking to go all the way to the rim. Puts it up and in as he rattled it in. Timeout taken by Milwaukee with 37.4 to go, a full. Come back for the finish. 66-59, West Albany here on KSHO.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
Need some electrical work in your home or business, but it just seems like too small of a job to call the pros? No matter what the job, call City and Suburban Electric. Proud to be a contributing member of our community. City and Suburban Electric. Call 451-5609.
Staying on top of your savings can be like staying on top of a mechanical bull or an extreme ski slope. But U.S. Bank makes saving easy with Start. Savings today and rewards tomorrow lets you save slow.
Yes.
Or fast. Save $1,000, earn a $50 U.S. Bank Rewards Visa card. Keep the balance for a year and get another $50.
Awesome.
Start today at any U.S. Bank or usbank.com/start. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank. Conditions apply. See the Start program agreement or a banker for details. Deposit products offered by U.S. Bank N.A. member FDIC.
It rose up out of the asphalt, pointing to the sky. Its razor-sharp point could have slayed a dragon. It was like a dagger, like a...
Yeah, it looks like you just ran over a nail. But don't worry, here at Les Schwab, every tire comes with a kind of lifetime protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
Duly noted.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952. It's the spring tire sale, one of our biggest sales of the year, now through April 30th.
America's best music and the news you need. This is 920 KSHO, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
33.6 seconds now remaining. West Albany having inbounded and been fouled very quickly. It'll be Nate Sherwood again at the line for two, with the Bulldogs leading 66-59.
Ryan, Coach Zim doing something very smart during that timeout. He put Nate down in the press break in a different spot so he would receive the ball down at that other end. They had to foul him. He knows that Nate's the hot one from the line. It's a great coaching move.
Bryant and Dixon back in. The Bulldogs continue to utilize the back-and-forth substitutions. And again, it's Lahota who would wait to replace Nate Sherwood. Nate will prepare for a second free throw, try to put the Bulldogs up 9 with 33.6 seconds to play. Nate's free throw on its way, got it. Now he will take a seat. Lahota in. Bulldogs up 9 with a half minute to play.
Something else to consider, Bulldogs still have 4 timeouts in their hip pocket. If they have trouble getting the ball in bounds at the other end, they've got timeouts they can use.
Trayshawn Stone hustles to front court, pulls a deep three, missed it short. Rebound to Josh Bryant. Pass to Dixon was stolen by Anderson. Anderson goes in, throws up a wild shot and missed it. The rebound loose to the baseline. Stone got it, had it blocked by Dixon. Bryant gets it, scoops to Reed. The Bulldogs are going to win this one as it's pulled away and stolen. Anderson, and finally they'll get a foul called on Milwaukee out of the scrum with 12.6 left. The Bulldogs lead it by 9 as the foul will go on Sawyer Reed.
And Sawyer just trying to make sure that repeat attempt at the hoop by them after the offensive board by Milwaukee didn't even have a chance to go up. Smart foul.
Coach Hartman out there telling Sawyer Reed, you got 4 timeouts. You can use one underneath if you get in trouble. Aubrey Dashel-Lloyd will be at the line to shoot 2. 12.6 seconds left. The Bulldogs leading 68-59. Free throw by Dashel-Lloyd. Around and in. Front rim, back rim, and down. Bader and the Sherwoods in. Bryant, Lahota, Dixon out with 12.6 left. Milwaukee, a very, very athletic team. Watched them play Silverton yesterday and was surprised by how many perimeter shots they took. They did not shoot well, in the same story here today. Second free throw, no good. A block on a putback try. Loose ball to Sawyer Reed. Reed on the sideline. He is fouled with 6.9 left. The Bulldogs leading by 8. And it certainly appears now that they will have one more game, try to claim a consolation trophy on Saturday morning. And here's the irony to that, Wally. Once again, with U.S. Bank's affiliation with the OSAA, I signed up a few weeks ago to give out a trophy. Guess which one I signed up for?
The consolation
It was just
final?
random. I signed up for 2 games. They had 2 open spots at 10:45 and 1:30 on Saturday. I said, I'll do it. So again, on Saturday, it would appear that I'll get to hand out a trophy to these guys, one way or the other.
Oh, that's great. That's great stuff.
Pretty stoked about that. If Sawyer Reed's free throw on its way, perfect.
And you know what, Ryan? The Bulldogs are going to have 48 hours to rest now.
Yes.
They get through this game. They had to rebound quickly, come back for this one. Now they get 48 hours to rest their legs, watch some games, have a good time down here.
69-60 West Albany, 6.9 seconds to go. One more free throw for Sawyer Reed. Settles, releases, and got it. Reed will check out. Very nicely done today by West Albany. They lead by 10 with 6.9 seconds to go. Milwaukee will inbound. Berkey and Engel, Brady Young, Isaiah Edwards, Lahota all on the floor. Inbound Jazz Johnson, 5 seconds. 4 seconds as Johnson kicks it back to Stone. He'll fire an open three and hit it, but it's cosmetic. West Albany wins it 70-63 in the consolation semifinals. They live to see another day. In fact, 2. We'll see you again Saturday morning for the consolation final. The final score here, West Albany 70, Milwaukee 63. We'll take a break and return to KSHO.
Lassen RV in Albany has the new RV models on the lot now, ready for you to buy. Lassen RV Service Department has a new truckload of parts and accessories on sale just in time for fall fix-up. From changing a light bulb to rebuilding your entire RV, no job is too big or too small for Lassen RV in Albany, where friends send their friends.
Join the fun at the Albany Athletic Club. Group fitness classes from low-impact dance to traditional circuit training, plus racquetball and more. Watch your waistline shrink and your health improve every day. Start now at the Albany Athletic Club on Hickory next to Tom's Garden Center.
Albany Burgerville is now featuring the Ham Havarti Sandwich, all natural Niman Ranch ham layered with melted Havarti cheese on a toasted hoagie roll and the chocolate hazelnut milkshake. Pick up an Albany Burgerville rewards card now. Cash for every dollar spent. Albany Burgerville, fresh, local, sustainable.
You will come out a winner at Power Honda. Their talented staff will show you how easy it is to get the vehicle you want and the payment you need. Check out mypowerhonda.com. Call 928-0122 or just go in to Power Honda, Highway 20 east of I-5 in Albany, your Honda superstore.
Albany Grocery Outlet Bargain Market across from the Heritage Mall has Senior Day, the first Tuesday of every month. $2 off every purchase of $15 or more. Albany Grocery Outlet Bargain Market. 100% satisfaction guaranteed across from the Heritage Mall with bargains on the brands you trust.
We're Linco Federal Credit Union. Keep your money in Linn County with Linco Federal Credit Union. Enjoy a visit with one of our friendly staff at a neighborhood branch near you today. Linco Federal Credit Union in Albany, Lebanon, and Sweet Home. In Linn, you're in.
Family owned and operated since 1979, Crabtree Auto stresses the small stuff when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. An oil change every 3,000 miles is a small thing now, but adds up to big rewards down the road. Crabtree Auto on Hill Street, just south of 9th in Albany.
Now is the time to buy a car at Mark Thomas Motors. 4 generations in the auto business and here to stay. Mark Thomas Motors is big on supporting local events. 3 locations in Albany: Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Hyundai, GMC, Buick, Pontiac. Now is the time to buy a car at Mark Thomas Motors in Albany.
Unforgettable 920.
It was a very wise man who once said to me after a game, and has said it many times since, I sure like winning a whole lot more than I like not winning. Okay, it wasn't a wise man, it was Wally Ordeman, but that's something you say to me after every game, but it rings true here today. West Albany 70, Milwaukee 63. The Bulldogs live to see another game. We'll be back here on Saturday morning for the consolation final. And this is another one of those games where you have to use the word proud, because the Bulldogs could have come out flat. They could have mailed this in and said, you know, we're not on the winner's side. We don't care. I thought they came out with a fire today that was apparent from the start. They hold off the Milwaukee rally. They make their free throws down the stretch. They win by 7.
Yeah, it was a good effort by the Bulldogs tonight. And how ironic is it that last night we were talking about the inability to close out in the free throws and what a lousy free throw shooting night that it was, about 53% Bulldogs. And then to turn around and in this game and be so good from the free throw line, it just, it speaks to the concentration. It speaks to the fact that these guys did not want to end their season today. They want to end their season on Saturday, and they get to do that.
So many seniors on this West Albany team, and they will get to see one more game. There are 8 seniors on the 12-man roster that traveled here to Eugene, and they will get to play for a trophy. It's a 4th-place trophy. Obviously, they wanted to be playing for a championship trophy, but to rebound and get the win here today against a very strong and very athletic Milwaukee team, that's an impressive win for the Bulldogs, and they do it by making their free throws down the stretch. We need a couple of breaks here in the postgame, so we'll sneak one in here and continue along as the Bulldogs win it this afternoon on KSHO.
Just like the Bulldogs, Courtesy Corner Shell gives you everything they have every time you drive in. Fast and friendly service, windows always clean. Non-ethanol fuels for small engines, boats, and vintage cars available. You can't beat Courtesy Corner Shell near Queen on Pacific Boulevard. They'll be happy to see you.
Lynn Lanes in Lebanon, home of the best burger in town.
Good family fun. Bowling.
Open every day and until 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday nights. Ballistic bowling starts at 10 on Saturday nights.
Stop by Lynn Lanes in Lebanon.
Willamette Community Bank is proud to support local high school sports, music, and scholastic programs. Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, Vice President with Willamette Community Bank. Be part of the team and get behind our schools and our future leaders, serving you with branches in Albany and Lebanon.
Willamette Community Bank. Service like no other. We promise. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Taking a detour down a gravel road isn't fun for you or your tires. Luckily at Les Schwab, along with great prices, all of our car or pickup tires come with the kind of protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
The mission of Now Builders is treat every job like it's their only job, no matter how big or small, and they don't stop until their customer is 100% satisfied 100% of the time. Check out their portfolio of fine work at nowbuilders.com. Call Now Builders at 541-926-2858.
The short drive to Corvallis will save you time and money. This is Steve Buckner from Wilson Motors, inviting you to experience the notable difference at Wilson Motors, 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis. Check us out at saveatwilson.com.
Unforgettable 920.
Back here again at Matthew Knight Arena, Ryan Pitts, Wally Ordeman, Jeff Kiter. Very pleased that you could be with us this morning. That has now spanned into afternoon. West Albany beats Milwaukee 70-63. They fight on to play in the consolation final on Saturday morning. And a handful of records set in this game, all from the free throw line. Individually, Nate Sherwood, a 5A state tournament record for free throws made in a game with 18, for free throws attempted in a game with 22, and the team record for West Albany, free throws made in a game with 37, and free throws attempted with 52. Safe to say it was a constant parade to the free throw line for West Albany, but 37 of 52, that will get it done.
Yeah, it certainly will, and credit to the Bulldogs for the concentration and the focus that it took to be able to have that kind of percentage at the free throw line. Milwaukee, they were very aggressive defensively. The referees took care of the Bulldog bigs tonight, I thought, very well. A lot of contact underneath. We saw some things that weren't called, but I thought that overall the Bulldogs were protected very nicely, more so than they were in the game last night. Great effort by the Bulldogs as they get to move on and play Saturday. Nice job by the Bulldogs. Seeing too, I'll cheat on Jeff's stats. Jalen and Nate both with 24 tonight.
Yeah, Jalen Schlegel with a double-double, 24 points and 12 rebounds, and I don't think counted in that rebound total would be the number of tips that he had to keep possessions alive as well, or just number of tips to himself for a rebound. Did a very nice job at the length of Milwaukee. The Bulldogs win it by 7. You can catch all the action from the OSAA State Championships for free at OSAA.tv. OSAA.tv is the home to live and on-demand video coverage of the OSAA State Championships. You can watch this year's events and relive your favorite moments from the past at OSAA.tv, all for free. You can even purchase DVD copies. Check out OSAA.tv today.
Hey, Ryan, before I forget, and I will forget, so I want to make sure I get this said. Spencer Reed listening again to this broadcast from Chicago. Want to say hi to him. Your little brother, he was stellar tonight. Sawyer, so solid. Not turning the ball over, bringing the ball up with confidence, finding his guys, bailing out when he needed to get rid of it so he didn't get the double team, anticipating the double teams coming at him in the press break. I just thought Sawyer Reed was great tonight, and then from the line, so solid again. Also, his brother, Harry, is listening in Colorado. Harry Reed listening to the broadcast as well. We got Reeds all over the country. They're all listening to the broadcast here on KSHO.net.
Very good to have them along. We saw Dr. Reed come down and congratulate his son after the game. Great performance by West Albany. They win it 70-63 here in the consolation semifinals. One quick programming reminder before we take our final break. Lebanon and Springfield, the girls, will be coming your way at 1:30, pregame 1:15 at 1580 KGAL. Radio Ray is here, getting ready to set up. Final score here, West Albany 70, Milwaukee 63. We'll take a break, come back with the final stats, and wrap things up at KSHO.
Figaro's in Albany now has the Ultimate Super Combo and the Ultimate Super Meat, only $16.99 or $17.99 baked. Albany Figaro's in front of Fred Meyer. And ask about their gluten-free crust, 541-924-9303.
Making life easier and more productive, that's what Lynn Benton Tractor can do for you. And it all begins by discovering how the full line of Kubota equipment can help.
We're still doing business the American way.
Highway 99E Tangent.
Building a home, remodeling, spring a leak? Think Brass Plumbing. Prompt quality service at affordable rates. Whatever your plumbing needs, including disasters, count on Brass Plumbing. Call 926-2727 for Brass Plumbing.
Looking to save money on lighting fixtures? Larry and Marge Tomlin, owners of J&J Electric, invite you to compare prices, but don't buy until you've seen the high quality and low prices at J&J. Visit their spectacular showroom. The hometown folks at J&J Electric appreciate your business. J&J Electric, South Pacific and 22nd in Albany.
Serving the Mid-Valley for 37 years with collision, mechanical, glass, and RV repair, Pacific Auto Services is now Stavros Auto Services. Same people, same commitment to excellence. You've got their name on it. Call Stavros Auto Services at 541-926-7248.
Buying or selling a home is one of the most important decisions you'll make in your lifetime. Delene Myers of RE/MAX Integrity is dedicated to assisting you through every step of that process. Contact Delene at 974-3196 or DeleneMyers@remax.net.
Unforgettable 920.
Back one final time here at Matthew Knight Arena. West Albany 70, Milwaukee 63 here in the consolation semifinals. Very pleased to welcome back in Jeff Kiter, who has our final game stats. 4 records again set today. Individual free throws made and attempted by Nate Sherwood, and team free throws made and attempted by West Albany. Jeff, you got the rest of the numbers. Take it away.
You got it. And we'll just start with that. Again, West Albany set a team record, hitting 37 of 52 from the free throw line, and that's where they finished them off in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That's 71.2%. Again, a record, a 5A record, correct?
Yes, a 5A record, yeah.
And then also Nate Sherwood individually was 18 of 22 from the free throw line. That's 82%. Nate ended up with 24 points. Nate also had 3 rebounds and 2 steals. Also scoring 24 points and with a double-double was Jalen Schlegel with 24 points and 12 rebounds. Jalen also had 1 assist and 3 blocks. No other scorers in double figures, but Chad Sherwood had 9 points and 5 rebounds. Sawyer Reed, awesome job from the point guard position. Sawyer Reed, 7 points. 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Great night for Sawyer Reed. Brandon Dixon had 3 points and 2 rebounds. Cody Lohud had 2 points, and Josh Bryant finished up the scoring. He had 1 point and also had 5 rebounds. The Bulldogs out-rebounded by 1 the Milwaukee team. What's their name?
Mustangs.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mustangs. West Albany had 38 rebounds. Milwaukee had 37. The Bulldogs ended up shooting 34, almost 35% from the field. They were 16 of 46, including 1 of 7 from beyond the three-point line. The Milwaukee ended up shooting 19 of 58 for 33%. They were 4 of 16 from three-point range, and they shot 27 free throws. They were 21 of 27, and that's about 78%. They were led in scoring by Trayshawn Stone. He had 22 points, and C.J. Hubbard was also in double figures with 10 points. Henry Morris had 8. Jazz Johnson had 9. Richard Ramsey Jr. had 2. Trevante Anderson had 2. Lloyd Daschel had 4. Kendrick Bourne 2. Isaac
Buyamba.
Thank you. Had 2 points for Milwaukee. Great effort. 2 fantastic games. Nice to see him get a win tonight, and now they play in the Consolation Championship on
Saturday morning. 10:45.
Excellent.
We will be here for it, and of course we'll be back tonight. Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
Coming your way shortly on our sister station, 1580 KGAL, the Lebanon girls, our brethren from the Mid-Willamette Conference and the Eads Broadcasting Network, will take on Springfield, the 2-time defending state champion and the overwhelming favorite to take it home again with Mercedes Russell, the 6'6" Tennessee-bound senior. We'll wish Lebanon well in that game. 1:15 for the pregame on 1580. We will return here tonight on KSHO for the West Albany girls. Their tournament opening game comes at 8:15, final game of the day here in Eugene. West Albany and Corvallis. Our pregame right around 8 o'clock, again, here on 920 KSHO. Wally, you've retaken the headset. Final thoughts there?
Just so happy for the West boys that they don't have to finish things up. They're going to have a whole different approach to watching the girls' game tonight. They're going to have a great attitude. They're going to get a couple days off now to be able to rest up any nicks and bruises they have, get their win back, and come out and hopefully get a fourth-place trophy.
I think just as fans of basketball, the coaches stuck around for the remainder of the day and maybe the remainder of the tournament one way or the other, but Brian Wadlow said just after the game ended, this sure makes sticking around for the rest of the day a lot easier.
You bet it does.
Boy, howdy. West Albany wins at 70-63 today over Milwaukee. We will be back with you tonight for the West Albany girls, 8:15 with the tip, 8 o'clock for the pregame here on KSHO. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you later tonight here from Eugene. For Wally Ordeman and Jeff Kiter, I'm Ryan Pitts. The Bulldogs win over Milwaukee, 70-63. It's been the OSAA U.S. Bank Les Schwab 5A championships on KSHO.
The Oregon School Activities Association thanks you for listening to this OSAA U.S. Bank Les Schwab Tires State Championship event. Les Schwab Tires celebrating more than 55 years of pride in performance. U.S. Bank proud to celebrate its 27th year of supporting OSAA state championships. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of an OSAA state championship event.
Thanks for listening to tonight's broadcast of West Albany High School basketball on the unforgettable 920 KSHO. Bulldogs basketball has been brought to you by Economy Supply Building Center, City and Suburban Electric, Albany Grocery Outlet, Mark Thomas Motors, Courtesy Corner Shell, H&R Block, Stavros Auto Services, Willamette Community Bank, Lassen RV, J&J Electric, Les Schwab Tires of Albany, Lynn Lanes, Brass Plumbing, Crabtree Automotive, Power Honda, Figaro's, Albany Athletic Club, Linco Federal Credit Union, Burgerville, Now Builders, Wilson Motors, and by Lynn Benton Tractor. Listen throughout the season for more exciting Bulldogs basketball here on 920 KSHO. This broadcast is exclusive property of Eads Broadcasting, Unforgettable 920 KSHO, and Ryan Wally Productions. U.S. copyright law protects this broadcast. Duplication or rebroadcast of any portion of this program is strictly prohibited without prior written consent. We now join our regular programming.
You found us, so now tell your friends. America's best music is on the show. AM 920 KSHO.